Hello, 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 everybody. Did you miss me? I missed you. It's so good to see you all again. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you're excited for tonight. I certainly am. I'm not sure if my players are going to be this excited, though, once they find out what I have in store for them. But shh, don't tell them. They get to experience it. Also, I'm very aware that they can hear me, because they are listening to stream. As you can hear, my voice is a little bit fucked up at the moment. It has made great leaps and bounds in recovering since last night, but I'm hoping it will continue to improve. So let me take over to the big old face cam. There we go. Ooh, something just went wrong. There we go. Is it working? There we are. Okay, so my lovelies are in a Discord call, muted as usual, so we will see if they end up, if we end up coming back to them in a funny moment. But I did just want to quickly address to everybody, I am aware what I sound like. I am aware, and I can feel it. So, do forgive me if I don't do as many cool voices, if I do cool voices, or like dramatic talks, because this is the most vocal range that I kind of have at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to quickly give them a message. Bringing you back. And hopefully should be okay. So 3, 2, 1. Hello.
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 Okay. Looks
Hello?
like You know the worst thing? It still sends me that you could do that without the goddamn voice changer. You could just do that.
Mm-hmm.
It is ridiculous. No human being should have that kind of power.
I freaked a couple coworkers out last week. They realized I can do like both the GLaDOS and the turd voice.
Let's
Oh,
go.
that's cool. That is cool. Oops, sorry.
Oh yeah. Fuck! I just remembered new Kirby game.
The game? What?
That was random.
Remake of Dreamland. Because my brain was like, yes, the high voice that I do at work. Paya, Kirby.
I see. Yeah, we're gonna turn that off. It's always disheartening when my...
For Space One.
Do what?
What did you say, Peachy?
I said Poyo redeem for Space One.
Oh, if that wouldn't get abused.
You don't even have to use a redeem for that. You can just ask me to do it.
Oh god.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Okay, it looks like the notification has gone out. I didn't get to do as much, like... I'm gonna say advertising, but it's not really advertising. Hello, Joker. The sound alerts are turned off for D&D streams. Nice try, though.
Hello there.
Hello there. What? Of course they're turned off for D&D streams. Are you insane?
We wouldn't be able to get a word in edgeways if we kept the sound redeems on for you guys.
I would be tormented by Uru. More than what Space already does it. I want a refund. I don't know how to refund you. I don't. I know there's an ability to, because, Peachy, you did it, right?
Oh, that was so long ago. Let me
Right?
try. Oh, I'm not even in mod view. Let me go into mod view real quick. Let me go into mod view real quick. It's me mod. Right.
Yeah.
I guess.
Hi, Joker. Welcome in. It's nice to see ya. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. As you can hear, my voice is a little bit fucked up. I apologize. This is a great improvement from this morning, because this morning I could not talk at all, to the utter delight of some of my co-workers. But dicks. Although...
Mean.
Right?
Of them, I mean. Yeah.
No, I know. It was such bitchy thing to say. Although I preferred that to the ones that made jokes as to why I might have no voice.
Oh.
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know you well enough for you to do that. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nah.
But I couldn't say anything because I couldn't talk. So I flipped them off and went on my way. Just limped along in my boot like, fuck off, all of you. I'm good. You alive today or are you an undead today? I am very dead. I'm very tired. But, we are thriving. In despite of that. Despite that.
In spite.
In spite. That's the way it's supposed to be said. Thank you.
In spite of.
In spite of. At least it's not for, in all intents and purposes. It's like, wait, what? I always used to get that wrong. Even though I know it's not my fault that I got it wrong, because my teacher got it wrong and taught me. But it still embarrasses me that I got it wrong. Don't know why. Logically, it shouldn't matter. Okay, I've got my notes. Well, I have the notes that I made like an hour before the session because I left my actual campaign notes at fucking work. Because I
It's
am
fine, we can just
unsupervised.
wing it.
Yeah,
We can totally just wing this.
yeah, of course. It'll be fine and
This
good
is a
and fine.
certified Sparrow classic.
I know. One day I'm gonna have a stream that doesn't go badly, like doesn't have something go wrong in it, and no one is going to know what to do with it.
You're not doing
Yeah,
the
because,
stream
like-
right if you don't have at least one technical issue
Yeah.
or one kind of difficulty
Yeah.
that happens. You gotta. It's the streaming experience.
True.
Technical difficulties.
Especially a D&D stream.
Especially. That is very true. That is very true. Okay.
Take the
Well.
message I just sent in
Oh no.
LSD, by the way.
God, this is my LSD.
Oh, I love that. That is so good.
Thank you.
That is so good. I love that.
Oh, look at them. Smiley
You
face.
guys will see that on the YouTube
Them.
video when I get them there. Okay. Well. I do not know if there will be a session next week. It will entirely depend on if I can function. I want there to be so it's consistent, so that we're on a consistent schedule, because then we will take a break the next week. But that is something that I will have to talk over both with my players and with myself in about 3 days, because my extroverted self is going to make plans my introverted self doesn't want to fucking do.
I don't have a schedule. Can it be me?
Okay. Well, let me just make sure that's working. It's working fine. Everything's looking green across the board. One day I'm going to say that and actually have it work. Actually, everything's really stable at the moment. I didn't want to say it, but if I lie, it will get mad at me.
Touch wood, quick. Touch wood, quick.
Done. My desk is wood.
Good, 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 good.
Although it hasn't helped me all that much, considering my leg is still fractured. Although, to be fair, today I was able to walk around just in the boot without the crutches, so that's very handy.
Go.
I mean, if I want to take off the crutches, I have to take off the boot. I have to walk around with the crutches, but otherwise,
Yeah.
it's quite a relief, because I thought I would be in that thing for months.
Puss.
And I've still got that crick in the middle of my back from last night's stream, and I have not been able to get rid of it. Drive me nuts. Okay. Are there any announcements that you guys would like to do, like maybe when your next streams are, all that kind of stuff? Anything you would like to tell people before we get started?
I don't even know when I'm streaming again. I'm gonna be real.
That's
Be
fine.
nice to Sparrow. That's
Yeah,
my
be
announcement.
nice to Sparrow. I have mod responsibilities. Be nice to Sparrow. Or
Be nice to
I will
Sparrow
abhor
and
them.
bomb. Just like instant bonk. I
I
appreciate
have the
that.
bonk hammer of authority. We are ready.
I'm just feeling a bit off today, that's all. And I really appreciate you guys looking out for me.
I also apologize to stream if I seem a little off.
Yeah.
I'm coming off of like a lot of work weeks and then being sick.
Yeah, no, completely understandable. Hopefully, today will go smoothly. But it is a Sparrow stream, so who knows? So, allow me to move us. Actually, while I have a chance, I'm just going to move things that have been bugging me since while I was editing the last videos. I just have to move shit ever so slightly to the left on the screens. It's been driving me up the wall. Okay, because I didn't put them right. Like, I put them slightly off center, and it is not noticeable to anybody else, but it was driving me nuts when I was editing. Not that I do that much editing. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Let us go over to this screen, where you can see everybody and their stats. And...
My truly laughable stats.
Did you do yours via point buy or did you roll for them? I forget.
I swear
I don't think you could get stats that low with point buy.
no.
Yeah,
Oh wait, we leveled up last time, so I did actually update a couple of these.
Wait, what level are we? Level 4?
Yeah.
Level 4 now, yeah.
Okay, good. I did remember to level up my character sheet after session. I panicked for a second there and was like, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Yeah, so my dex and my cod are up a point.
I didn't want a spell.
So-
I have a spell. Ooh.
Oh
Okay.
yes, I should have
Welcome in.
updated the things. Never mind. I'll do that next time.
What are you doing,
Yeah, it's fine.
by
It's
the way,
fine. It's
Kate?
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I saw the tweet earlier. Are you okay? Jesus Christ. For knowledge, and because this was publicly shared, she had an allergy attack? What is the word? Basically,
Anaphylactic shock.
that's it. Thank you. An anaphylactic attack. So,
Oh, I hope you're okay.
yeah. I was like, fucking Christ.
We are all just going through
We're
it.
having a week.
We're having a week. I'm good now. Dosed on
Having
meds
a
AF.
year.
I'm glad. I was very worried. Yeah, fucking having a year. That is such a mood. Jesus Christ.
It's only March.
Don't tell me that. I can't know that.
Don't tell me that I'm a uni student.
Oh god. What is this pop-up? It should be fine.
Don't click on mysterious pop-ups
Yeah.
for hot ladies in your area.
But there's hot ladies in my area. What's the confusion here? And look, they're interested in me. Insert
why do
city
they
here.
disappear? Why do they disappear when I turn end block on?
I know. It's like they can sense.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for like the year to continue, I'll be honest. I'm like, because I'm gonna be 32 in May.
Let's go.
I'm gonna be 32. Like, what the fuck? I'm not ready for
I
that.
feel so old. I
Oh,
feel so old.
If it
gonna
makes you
be-
feel any better, you'll be the same age as Emmerich.
that does actually make me feel better, I'll be honest. Although I'm
gonna
not.
be-
Oh, sorry.
So I was just gonna say I'm gonna be 24 later this year, which is like
my god.
I'm gonna be 23.
which is twin death of the age.
I can't be at this table anymore.
I had this exact problem, Space. I had this exact problem with my newbie group because all of them are young as fuck. And I'm just over here, like, feeling like I'm getting decrepit as we speak.
I'm gonna
babies.
be 23 this year in
Aw.
October.
What's it like to be a baby?
My poor
I'm just
hip.
kidding. I'm 23 right now.
It was
My-
weird if,
Kate, my actual poor hip. I have a cane.
Yeah, but you look banging with a cane. Just saying. Like, you rock that
thank you.
shit. But my
It
Nigerian
helps to
friends-
walk with it properly.
Fair, fair. Did you do the badass thing and
Oh,
get, like,
God.
the bone inlaid into the top of the handle? Because I've seen people do that, and that is
Oh, man.
terrifying, and entirely the energy I want to take into my elder years. My crone
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
You need to have like the skull of a small animal adorning the top of your cane.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, if
Ethically
I do a bird
harvested.
skull, it would match half my jewelry anyway.
There we go.
Mm.
There we go. We're gonna get you a
I
cane.
just realized I'm like going out of town in August. I could probably like get ADA for the flight.
Oh,
Put me
sorry,
in
I
a
had to.
wheelchair,
I had to swallow. Oh god. Yeah. Okay. Focus. So, as just a quick warning
Yeah,
again before
let's
we
not
start.
think about the fact that I'm the oldest person here.
You carry it well. You carry it well.
I try.
Okay. Making sure everything is clear. Turning off that view account.
Look,
because otherwise I'll cry.
Sparrow, I will tell you the secret. It is twofold. First, don't let yourself get affected by fictional media. Let all of the tears your friends shed give you their youth.
Okay. I like that.
And secondly, encompass being that bitch.
Okay. No. These are words I can live by. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Affirmation you say in the mirror every morning. You are that bitch.
You are that bitch.
Yeah, basically. You gotta be that bitch. Don't take other people's bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
can confirm being a bitch.
My friends watching me watch Jujutsu Kaisen, and they were like waiting for me to hit a certain point to like get emotional about it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. They're like, what part did you get? I was like, I just hit this. They're like, why aren't you crying? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's an interesting narrative choice.
I'm just that bitch.
Okay. If
being a bitch worked. See, Kate agrees.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But no, like, legit, like, going into your 30s, you just kind of hit that point of, like, other people's problems are their problems. You do not have to make it your problem. And it is so emotionally freeing.
I'm trying to embrace that, honestly. You're like, yeah, yes. Do I look like I give a fuck?
I haven't heard that in ages.
That makes me more confident about the future, actually.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Space is inspiring generations.
Mm.
You joke, but this is actually true.
A little bit of joke, a little bit of like...
There was...
Sorry.
Yeah, like when I was in my mid-20s, like, I was starting to get my shit together, and a friend of mine who was, like, just starting college, going into animation, looked at me for a while, like a good year and a half. For example, he was like, you give me a lot of hope that it means, like, being an adult doesn't mean I have to give up fun stuff. I'm like, no, being an adult means you can pay for the fun stuff.
That's the adult part. Like, paying for the stuff is the adult part. Having the fun is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let us get
you
underway.
can stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like before Twitch really was a craze. It was like in its infancy at the time.
Oh wow, you're like a fossil.
I know, I'm aware.
I was joking. You're supposed to object to that. If you're an adult, you get to watch Lucky Red Sparrow live on Twitch right now.
Yeah. You can even spend $4.99 to sub for a month and not have any commercial breaks.
You guys are adorable, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, half an hour in. People have... It's half an hour in. Yep. Shall we begin, my lovelies?
Yes.
Okay. Really? No ads, you say? Indeed. No ads, indeed. If you sub to the channel. And you get a shiny little badge. And if you do tier 2, you get access to an exclusive emote. I cannot remember which one it is. Pretty sure it's my tank emote. I think it's this one. Is that my higher level one? Shit. Now we have to find out. Okay, how does that sound for everybody? Can everybody hear the music?
Yeah.
Can on my end. I'll check the stream.
I fucking love this music, I really do. And it's also one of the few ones that I know, like, the name of straight away, so I'm like, I know that this one is like a calm, kind of mysterious tone. So I don't have to worry about what the fuck I'm putting on stream. As usual, all of the music is provided, music and sound effects is provided by Syrinscape. I'm not trying to take credit for that. It's their app. They're really good for it. You can do a lot of dumb shit, and I love it. Which is probably not the best advertising they've got, but... And yes, music works. Hell yeah. Okay. Welcome, my dear adventurers, once more to Taeve. a world of mystery and magic, of dungeons and indeed dragons. Where we left off, our intrepid party... That is so loud in my ears, what the fuck? Sorry. There we go. Our intrepid party had rescued the wayward ranger from the forest, from a merchant who apparently decided nothing more than to watch his endless suffering, unyielding in that resolve. Unfortunately, as you tried to rescue them, the merchant was able to make his escape, leaving his guards behind to deal with you. Thankfully, you were able to subdue them, though not without learning of a terrible fate that they were under. Unable to help them before said spell took hold, you were forced to watch as the guards died before you, choking on their own bloods as strange golden tethers around their throats suddenly constricted and cut them open. It was a desperate fight, but one you won. And so, you retreated, victorious towards the outpost. Sadly, you would not remain victorious for much longer. All of a sudden, the earth seethed and lightning struck, filling the air with this tenebrous uncertainty. The sky roiled, a terrifying pitch black as the temperature began to drop faster and faster until you could soon see your breath upon the wind. It was when you had almost arrived, almost found safety within the clamorous ruins, that the creature finally broke through. Punching up through the earth, a great beast of shadows pulled itself up, towering over the forest and making those distant mountains seem tiny. It growled, this sonorous sound that seemed to rumble your very bones before lifting its head and unleashing a terrifying howl that still echoes in your ears. You were able to get inside the outpost, and once you were there, you found that it was now on high alert. Armadillo and Athanos, both of them barking orders with relative authority as everyone scrambled to figure out what the hell just happened as snow began to blanket the outpost. You were able to take the ranger in to Olisaya to see if she would be able to help him. And through some conversations with Armadillo, it was implied that the merchant may have had something to do with unleashing such a creature. And thus resolved, you intended to seek him out. We will pick up in the outpost, the snow still settling thick and heavy on the once green-laden ruins. With distinct military efficiency, heavy-duty cloaks and sweaters are passed around, each occupant of the outpost now sporting a careful set of thick, heavy winter wear to keep them safe from the sudden cold. Armadillo promised that she would look into possibly trying to arrange some transport for you, but she didn't say when or why, only that her hands are mostly tied in these regards. Sorry. You have some time to rest and to recover, and to face this new sub-zero day. And I believe at the end of the last session you guys all took a long rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Okay, lovely. Couldn't remember. Again, left my notes at work. All of my beautiful detailed notes. So, we're doing whatever this brain case can remember, which is always fun. So
did Armadillo say she could take us to wherever the merchant is? Was that the idea?
Armadillo implied that the merchant would most likely retreat to where he is safest, which is the city of Talman, the merchant's capital.
Right.
She said that she might be able to arrange some transport for you, but that she would need to pull a lot of strings, and that in regards to getting you in and all that kind of stuff, her hands are mostly tied. She could probably get you transport there, but whether or not you'd be able to enter the city is entirely up to fate and your own ingenuity.
Right.
Sorry?
I was just thinking. Sorry.
No stress. So let me describe the scene for you. You're all kind of like groggily waking up in this sub-zero temperature. It is fucking cold. Like you've had, cold, and then this is just like uncomfortably cold, where it's like it makes your face ache. Your fingertips feel numb upon stepping like into the breeze. And thank you. That took forever.
How much gold do I have? Because like my character's in like Umber's wearing like he's not built for the cold. He's built for
he's built for desert temperature.
Climates. He's built for desert lands.
It should say on your character sheet.
Oh shit. I wasn't sure. Let me check. I have 10 gold. Would there be I might have to say with this owner I could just get some like maybe if it's just like a coat, just something to keep my poor little boy. He's feeling a bit warm.
Surprisingly,
I die from cold damage.
Yeah, that's how we restarted the campaign.
Let's not do that though.
Surprisingly, though, as you all kind of make your way downstairs in the morning into the main area of the tavern, Athanos is waiting there, and on the table in front of him are 3 distinct packs of heavy-duty cold wear. So thick, heavy cloaks, gloves, boots, and heavy woolen, pants. And he's currently conversing with another soldier who is standing at attention, and it's almost comical to see because this soldier is quite small-statured. You'd think almost elfish, but, it's almost impossible to see because he's got one of those very fluffy, earmuff hats on, and this thick bundled coat basically up to his nose. But he's standing at attention for Athanos, who is surprisingly not dressed as thickly in anything. It seems he's pretty much just wearing a thicker coat than normal than when you last saw him. And he's giving some small commands. From what you hear, it seems to be instructions on making sure that, rotations are happening, that people are keeping an eye out, that, that everyone is warm and fed and all that kind of stuff. And he looks up and sort of sees you coming. Ah, there you are. I figured you guys might not have, packed for the weather. We don't normally get this cold up here, but it's good to be prepared. Here, please, get warm.
I'm gonna dive for the pack, very probably visibly trembling as I go to grab this package, and I'm like, thank you very much. I'll just I'll probably put this on right away, and I'll kind of start going through it, and I just throw on the coat first and just kind of relax into the solid warmth, just
I'll do my usual hand on heart, a deep nod of thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very quietly taking it and just holding it, thank you. Yes.
Get all of you to roll me a quick Arcana check.
Arcana check. I didn't get my dice. So
definitely something I'm actually good at.
16.
16? Della?
15.
15! The same!
Okay, so all of you are
Samesies.
pretty much able to see this immediately. As soon as you take these cloaks into your hands, they are already warm. You pick them up, and upon closer inspection, you see woven into the very fabric is a very simple, easy to cast warming charm. And all it does is warm up the cloak and whoever's wearing it. Wouldn't be good for exposure to constant sub-zero temperatures, so if in a mountaintop, but for this area, it should keep you nice and warm.
There's just this slight teary-eyed happiness at that feeling of when you get something out of the dryer and the sheets are still warm from the dryer, and it's the best feeling in the world. It's that feeling is literally what Opera is feeling, is it warms up around him, and it's just that complete contentness, you know. A very happy
Well,
bun.
Love that.
Warming charm. Let's go.
Where is my notes? What the fuck, brain? Hold on.
You're good, you're good.
There we go. Doesn't help that I just have flashcards. Like, my sisters helped me out by putting a lot of these details onto flashcards, but then I have to sort through the flashcards to find them. So,
Exam.
yeah, I feel like I'm back in school.
Cards.
But honestly, her handwriting is ridiculous. I'm so mad.
Isn't ridiculous good, ridiculous bad?
Good. Mine's chicken scratch. Hers is like neat, flowing, beautiful writing. I'm like, sorry.
Mine depends on my mood. Sometimes it's neat and flowing. Sometimes it is literal. Like my dad looked at my writing one time, and because I like write down things really quickly when I've got really good ideas, and he looked down and he's like, "I'm gonna need the Rosetta Stone just to track what you've got on that page." And I was like, "It's my messy writing. Don't look at it. It's not meant for anyone's eyes but my own." And then even I can't read it sometimes.
You need to comprehend languages.
Thanos kind of looks over you all, like watching you kind of shrug yourselves into the coat, get in and warm. We're not entirely sure what's caused this sudden snap, but thankfully, we are prepared, lot. Are you guys going to be okay? We're able to kind of hunker down, but I don't imagine you want to spend a long time here.
Wait, so I think we didn't tell them that we were potentially planning on leaving, did we?
Not yet.
I don't think we did know.
Was the location that we were going to called again? I know you just said it. But...
Talman.
Kind of like kind of having like been relishing in the warmth of the cloak and kind of like looking up and smiling. It's like, yes, I mean, I'm not really one that's built for the cold, as you've probably gathered from my garbs before this absolutely fantastic book, by the way. Thank you again. But there may be the small chance that we might be headed to, wait, what was it? Thanlin? Talman. We may be, my brain thought Thanalan, and I was like, that's the wrrong game.
Wrong game.
We may be headed
I'll put
to
the spelling in for you.
Thank you. But yes, we may potentially be heading there somewhat sooner rather than later when things have been somewhat procured for us. But if there's any reason for us to like help and stay, I mean, we wouldn't necessarily want to leave you all suffering in this kind of snow.
Well, unless you knew how to stop this sudden, well, surge of cold. I don't suppose you know exactly what happened, do you?
Oh, history checked her.
I will telepathically relay the memory of our encounter with the merchant. Not like the entire thing, but just like the face of the merchant we encountered in the forest.
You mean the Stinky Man, or
Stinky Man? Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord. Was he a Lord or was he a wait? Is he a Lord or a merchant? Who was he again?
Merchant
My
Lord.
brain's on like 20 capacity.
He's a merchant
Lord.
lord.
Noble.
He's both.
Merchant Lord. He's both as good. We were both right.
Well, it's kind of bad for us.
Little bit.
No, not good for us, but good for me. Not like
Not feeling bad about killing him.
Yeah.
That seems to like. He's starting to get used to the way you communicate, Wick. So there's no like surprise across his face when you kind of press these images into his brain. You see him kind of like thoughtfully consider them. Look, no, can't be. You're going after him, I take it.
I look to the others.
I have this like dangerous like you know that like glint in the eyes, that like knowing, like, and I give like a very like definite nod. Yes, I would be very upset if I continue to let him somewhat roam free.
Well, I wish you luck. No, I'm not sure how much I could help. If it's... Just be careful, alright? Talman is a dangerous place. Like, in Grimgauld, you know where you stand. Always. Allies might come and go, but you always know who's your friend in the battle. And that's not the case in Talman. It's a den of vipers. If you're sure you want to go there. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. You're free to do as you wish. You're not beholden to my authority in any way, but I would be remiss if I didn't warn you.
Out of character question for you, Sparrow. Talman is like an independent city-state, right?
Yeah, so basically
remember correctly.
Taeve is divided into four sectors. You've got Grimgauld, which you're currently in. Talman, which is the centralized, sort of like subcontinent. That is the merchant city where the Congregation of 12 currently rules. They are a congregation of 12 merchants within the city. And they kind of rule over and set trade prices. Talman is a city of commerce. And then you have Faerus to the east, which is typically where you're going to find the forests of the Fae and the Feywild, that kind of thing. So. And then to the south, you have the Sunspear Wastes. I had to stop for a moment because I renamed them. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't say the old name. Not because they were bad, but because it's copyright, so I changed it.
So does entry to Talman, is that like people can't just come and go as they please?
The country state, you can pass through. There are borders and checks and everything, but the actual city is known to be quite difficult to traverse.
Right.
You've got multiple layers of... How to describe this? So, basically, it's almost like the city is segregated into two separate parts. Well, three, technically. So passage into the lower city, easy enough. Anyone can go in and out because they need trade. But if you want to talk to anybody important, you're going to have some serious, weight behind your words. You're going to need help from one of the major houses.
Right. So there's like a hierarchy in the city.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Well, as I put this coat on and wrap it about myself, I have a very similar reaction to Scrooge at the end of A Muppet Christmas Carol when he gets the scarf from Beaker.
That's fucking adorable.
I'm going to conjure the image of Lady Armadale and mimic the action of writing a document, sort of giving a question, giving a sort of inquisitive look towards Athanos as if phrasing it as a question. Like, could Armadale help us get into the city?
Armadale has weight here, and admittedly, her word does carry weight elsewhere. I think I don't know if she'd be able to get you into the city. She'd definitely be able to get you in the lower city. That much is easy enough for anybody. But if you want to talk to anyone important, you're going to need help. You could ask her, but... And he gets this kind of look on his face. She is someone that you do not ask favors from unless you absolutely need them. There's nothing wrong with what she does. But she does make sure to claim those favors when she needs them. So you need to be sure that you want to owe her something.
I nod.
Did I already
That was
owe her
my dad
something?
sneezing again, by the way.
I was gonna say.
It's like a shotgun going off. Here,
My dad does it too, it's
entire
fine.
house.
Same. All dads just sneeze loud.
Yeah.
And they add multiple syllables to the end of the sneeze. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell how old a dad is by how many syllables they add to the end of their sneeze.
I was gonna say it's like, you know, when like oak trees have the different rings to like reveal their age. It's like, yeah, with dads and their sneezes.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Wait.
Sparrow
did
Dad
I-
could be
did
in chat.
Did I haven't I already like technically like made it like a deal / owe her?
Sort
right?
of.
Or is this
At the moment,
Sort
at the moment,
vague-
yeah, no, she's like, I will need something from you. So technically you have, but you've not necessarily agreed to her option yet. She says she's putting something together. So if you did not want to make a deal with her, then you wouldn't have to. Although, in her defense, she's been nothing but kind to you.
exactly? So
And Athenis
Oh, kind
doesn't
of
seem
like-
to be angry or like suspicious of her. He's just like trying to give a warning to a friend about another friend, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah, like it's kind of the thing of like, you know, you could be called in to repay a favor at a possibly inopportune time because she is known to cash in those favors. It isn't just an empty promise. It's a I will hold you to this, in a kind of way. Like be prepared to actually fulfill a request
Yeah.
if you take one. Did I actually tell? I'm sorry. I can't remember if I told. Did I tell you guys that I had spoken with her already, or did you not know that?
I'm not sure if we've discussed it, like.
No,
in
I don't think we
detail.
have.
I think we ended up all going to sleep, and I was like, yeah, I could just tell everyone later.
Yeah. You have not yet disclosed. I think you may have mentioned.
And actually, out of character, I was like completely out of it at the end of that session, so I'm
That's
not really
fair.
sure what
Well,
the
if I-
conversation
Same
out
to
of
If there's
character
a
was.
slight bit of repetition, it's fine. I'll kind of like turn to the others and just go, I'm not sure if I mentioned it to you or not. I know we were all quite exhausted after yesterday's escapades, but she might already have something in the works for us, but I had yet to fully agree upon anything, considering if you would be traveling with me. I didn't want to just make decisions without having your guys' input first, but if you're all happy to, I guess, owe her somewhere down the line, I'm more than happy to actually accept an offer to help us get in to the city proper.
I'm going to think for a minute.
Hey, Sparrow.
Yes.
While they're talking about this, is this a city that I would know anything about
Oh yes. You have
due to
been
my family
there.
ties?
Yes, you have been there.
Bigger question: do I have a
yeah.
connection?
You have connections, but given how certain things have been happening, you aren't sure if they'll get you where you need to go, but it's definitely worth a shot.
Okay.
I can give you more detail if you want, but you'll have to ask in character. You know what I mean? Like, frame it as a question your character could ask me.
I do. However, decision dice has spoken. I'm keeping my mouth shut.
No!
Oh god.
Don't hide it from us, please.
The best part is, so if anybody didn't know, this is something that Space does a lot with their characters. Ravana has an intelligence die. Basically, Ravana will roll a die anytime Space needs to figure out if they would get what's being laid down, like any kind of subtext or something like that. And if they do not roll high enough, they don't. Oh. Thank you, Mally.
Hey, what up?
I will point out that
Yeah,
Cooper
like,
mode is
I'd-
not active. Sorry.
Yeah, like something will be going on, and I'll just be like, "Is my character too stupid to figure this out?" Whereas this is just, would my character actually say who they are?
I'd like to turn to Athanas, and I'd like to sort of telepathically repeat his offhanded remark earlier upon seeing the mental image of the merchant, saying, "Could that be?" No, never mind. The expression on my face will be like sincere rather than like suspicious, but as if to like ask about what that meant.
He kind of like blinks, and it's always the strangest thing watching someone react to a mental image that you sent them, because their eyes kind of unfocus a little bit because a new image is being projected through like where they would be seeing normally. So it's a bit of a moment. It's just, he looks familiar, and if I didn't know better, and I know it can't be him, but if I didn't know better, I'd say it was Virilius. And you do not want it to be Virilius. That man is a monster.
How do you spell that?
I will give you the spelling. Let me just double check my notes to make sure that I have the correct spelling. Even though... Yeah, there we go. Should I put it in... I'll put it in the LSD chat, I think. By the way, that is Lucky Red Sparrow's stream D&D chat, but because of the way Discord is, it literally abbreviates to LSD.
Yeah. For legal reasons, we do not promote
recreational drug use.
For legal reasons.
TOS reasons, which are more important than legal reasons.
Much more important.
You're true.
Drugs are bad, okay? But the spelling is now in the thing. I can post it in the stream chat as well so people can see it if they like. Oh god, don't hit that button. Nearly stopped the stream. That is the name that they were just given. Sage?
I will nod understandingly. I am going to... I'm going to look at Umbra. And I'm going to point to myself and mime walking, and then mime the symbol of two hands clasping together, and then point at Umbra.
I'm gonna spitball real quick out of character. Is that basically Wick telling me to
I'm gonna go with
and
you.
make the agreement? Oh, you're gonna go with me? Oh, yeah.
That's so cute.
I give like the like a really like genuine smile and thumbs up at that, and like, I was really hoping you would say that. Well, I guess picture it, put it into my mind like that, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Smile.
And I kind of turn to Diala. I said it right? Question mark. Diala, yes. I'm gonna turn to you and kind of like tilt my head to the side, you know, kind of give like a somewhat more like languid kind of smile. Do you care to join us as well, or it would be very much of a shame if we were to part ways now, after all we've been through.
Yeah, they're all just kind of like looking at the rest of the area, and then back to Emma just nods like, it might be best for now.
Well, I'm glad. It seems we're all on the same page.
Athanos kind of like looks over you guys, and there is concern in that golden green gaze of his. Listen, if this is Virilius, I know it can't be. That man doesn't get involved in anything he doesn't need to. But if it is him, you may want to rethink this. I know I said Talman was dangerous, and it is. but it is nothing compared to this man. He's a trapper, for God's sake.
I didn't hear that correctly.
He's a trapper?
Trapper.
Yeah. And upon
give
seeing
an
everyone's
inquisitive look.
confused looks, he's like he gets this look of, right. Trappers, like, Old Sire is a stitcher. She can heal people. That's what she does. Trappers trap people. They can immobilize, debilitate their targets. Depends on how strong they are, but most of them can do it at a distance. Some of them, I don't know what Verilius is capable of. And I'm hoping that you're not dealing with him. I don't. But if you are going after Verilius, then you need to find someone that can stop him. Or you'll have to.
I mean, Umbra kind of like, I mean, I put a meme in chat which sums up how he's feeling right now, but he kind of like has this somewhat kind of like, I don't want to say like resigned, but he's kind of, you know when like someone keeps telling you no, but like the answer isn't gonna change, so he's kind of like maybe like does like a small kind of like half shrug and kind of looks back over to him and is like, I know you're probably somewhat, it's nice to know that you're genuinely concerned for us. Trust me, it's a feeling I relish in, but this is something that I have to do. I have to take him down and anyone else that's like him. So call it a personal grudge if you will. I won't bore anyone with specifics of my dreary and somewhat bring a tear to your eye kind of backstory and past, but at this point I'm definitely going to be going after him. And if anyone else wants to leave at the fact that I'm continuously going to do this, then by all means, I won't keep you here, but know that I will continue to hunt him as long as it takes till the end of the four corners of this land if I absolutely have to.
Zanus looks at you, and there is a long moment, and his gaze is not unkind. He's not like trying to take you apart, but he is looking at you and looking almost a little bit through you, as if testing the weight of your resolve. You have the same fire they did. I see I can't sway you, and I won't try. You are not under my command, though your presence in this outpost means you are safe here. As safe as I can make you. You are not beholden to me or my rules. Add in 47 seconds, by the way. Which means I cannot prevent you from doing anything, though I would urge caution. Do you see Olisaya? You can't post there. There is a D&D memes channel, however, that you can post in. The shitpost is mostly just for the players during the session, and then, yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. Chat pops up on the side of my screen. I would ask that you be cautious, and see Olisaya. She'll tell her I said that you should each get some health potions or something. You're going to need them. He looks vaguely uncomfortable with the idea that he's helping you, like, kind of like almost being sentimental. You know what I mean? Like that very like,
Yeah.
You could, yes, go and, yes.
Against all sense of self-preservation and better judgment, I would like to hug Athanas.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Now you're gonna mess up all the betting pools.
So, you make your way across, and he doesn't seem to react. He's just like, he's He's got a very relaxed military stance, hands kind of behind his back, clasped in that military rest. And he sort of sees you coming and lets you approach. He doesn't seem to react all that much. You just like, all forearms just in.
Yep.
Or you hear a slight exhale of surprise and like a tense, as he expects almost like an attack before he subdues the instinct to fight back, to stop you. And then very like slowly, like he's not quite sure what he's doing, pats you on the back. Thank you. Are you alright, dude? I appreciate it.
I nod.
It really isn't necessary. I mean...
He has to do the pat so it's not gay.
I said, we projects into the mind, no homo.
Oh, fucking
God.
children. Anyway. Fucking damn it. You know the worst part? You know the absolute worst part? I was just looking at the viewer list, and Sparrow Mum flashed up for a second. And I'm just like, of course she would appear now!
She appears during the no homo segment of our D&D campaign.
I'm like, god damn it.
Yeah, boy!
Okay. I'm calm. I'm in control. Yeah, I know. He does
Are
kind
you?
of...
No,
No.
we're in the driver's seat now.
Not even for a
What's the
fucking
car?
second.
This car's gone off-road.
Okay. So, yeah, he kind of like, he does like the awkward pat on the back. Like, he is not a man that is clearly used to any kind of affection. So, he's just like, this is what you do to help people, but I don't really, what do I do with my arms? This seems like the thing to do. Yeah.
Limbs. There's too
Exactly.
many.
Like, he's very clearly caught off guard by it, but not in a way that is like repulsed. It's like a, why are you hugging me? Kind of thing.
I am not offended by his lack of reciprocation,
Good.
but I sort of pull away and smile, and I would like to head over to Willisai's tent, sort of
Okay.
looking to the others like you can come with if you want.
Should we all go? I'll look at us. I'll look at Thanos. Like, do you also want to come with us, or have you got duties that will take you elsewhere?
You're asking
Yeah,
at
do you want
Thanos?
more hugs?
Yeah. But like, is there Thanos and Osai that we're trying to like?
Yeah.
Us and the rest of the outposts are kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
okay, good.
seems
Just
a
wanna make
little
sure.
wrong-footed for a moment. I suppose I could talk with her for you, if you want. The words kind of come out a little bit rushed. Like, he's jumping on an excuse to go and talk to her.
He's got a crush.
Yeah.
We've got the secret betting pool, and I've put some silver pieces into that.
Yes,
So,
you have.
know, and the rules are,
What
as
did
long as
you-
we don't.
What outcome did you bet on?
There was
You
two
did
that
two.
I betted on.
You did.
There was I added a category which was confession or kiss after a harrowing event. So like
Yep.
if something happens, like near death experience, they will confess.
Yep.
Because like at this
There was a
point we're bringing some
painful-
chaos. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, there was.
And then I can't remember what the other one was, but I put some coins into another one.
The other one was just kiss already.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You need to remember. You need to remember when it's inevitably time to collect.
Oh, I'm so ready.
You have to remember-
That's how we're gonna make all our money. It's just Umbra's small little bets.
Yeah.
Christ.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And he's like, yeah, all right, he'll come over with you to Olisaya. As you kind of step outside, you notice that the tavern is actually kept warm, much warmer than the outside would suggest it should be. Because the second you step outside, it is like plunging into a lake of ice. It is so freaking cold. Like, it makes your fingertips instantly numb. And like your face instantly numb. Curiously, actually, you know what? Roll me perception checks. Much
I'm
better idea.
shaking in my custom baby seal leather boots.
Yeah. I love that. Wait, what was the check? Sorry, perception.
Perception, yep.
8.
11.
Oh, 7.
Okay. You notice that despite stepping out into this cold, the rest of you have kind of hunched down into the warmth this cloak brings, into, like, just as a reflexive, like, you don't want cold air across the back of your neck. Thanos doesn't flinch and just keeps walking. Like, his coat, think, who is it? Think like a medieval version of, like, Leon's coat. You know what I mean? Like that long leather duster kind of thing. That is the kind of coat that he is wearing. It is not enough to keep him warm in this. And yet he does not look at all affected.
See, I was just making a note in their book like, he is a monster.
He does have the Infinity Stone, so that probably helps.
I should point out that his name is Thanos, not Thanos.
I'm sorry, Sparrow.
So he's a Thanos bracket
Yes, he's just one of many.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his name, Thanos. Like, you do notice that, like, the short, spiky, like, white hair that he has is kind of getting a little bit frosted from, like, the instant cold. But he seems fine, like, relaxed.
He's transforming into Guy Fieri.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Sparrow.
Can I come back from that?
where
where do I come back from that?
I'll bring you back with a question. How, considering my whole affliction, how am I feeling?
Surprisingly, it is still cold for you, but you are not feeling the same bone deep chill. It's like, how do I describe it? Have you ever? I don't know if this will make sense because it's an experience I've had, but I don't know if anybody else has had, where you are a different kind of cold to the environment that you're in. So it's like you're cold, and you can feel that the outside is cold, and it's kind of unpleasant, but the two don't match up in your senses. Does that make sense?
Yes, I have had that. Yes.
It's such a weird fucking feeling.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of how
is.
you're experiencing this. It is really, really cold, but there is that distance between you and the cold. So you are cold, but there is that distance there.
Okay.
Sorry. You notice as you kind of make your way across, kind of glancing around, you see that they have made sure to clear out the blacksmith's area. Like, you see the blacksmith and his wife. Oh, and sorry, the blacksmith and her husband, because she is the blacksmith, still working away, the forge burning bright, causing this sort of, thank you very much for the raid, Tiger Girl. Can we give him a shout out? I don't have the button for it.
Oh yeah, here you go with him.
Cheers, thank you. So yeah, the forge area has actually carved out this like perfect semicircle of heat. So the snow is already about like ankle height, and you can see that difference because there is like this perfect clear heat around, like where it's melted around the forge, and they seem to be working well. They're still dressed up. The blacksmith is actually a little bit, she's taken off her, like, she is wearing a coat, but it is a little bit more open than anything else, and you expect that's because she's working near the fire of the forge. She seems to be forging a rather long sword at the moment. The thing that catches your attention, though, is not any of this. What catches your attention is a little white kobold, currently buried about, like, waist-high in the snow, and he's just, like, doggedly, determinedly moving through the snow, holding a satchel above his head, and he looks determined. He is going. And you do kind of catch, like, as he's moving, you see the tools at his waist, and you recognize this to be Roctillion from earlier.
Let's go.
And he is determinedly making his way through the snow. And he is dressed up in ridiculously, like, thick, heavy coats. You see the gloves that he's wearing are purpose-made for him. Like, you can see his talons have, like, a spot in them. They haven't poked through the fabric. It's, like, puffy gloves on taloned hands. It's really cute. He's even got, like, the little earmuff hat kind of keeping most of his head protected, and he's just like very determinedly like moving through the snow, leaving a neat little trail behind him as he carves through. Soldiers are a little less frequent moving through the cold. They really don't want to be moving around out here, but you do notice a couple of them patrolling the outside of the ruins, the various ingress points that people would be able to use to get in, especially now that the snow has kind of created more paths than there were. The medic tent, however, is as busy as ever. And you notice coming up to it that lanterns have been lit around it, and they seem to be generating an awful amount of heat. Like, to the point where as you come closer, it is almost painful that your fingers, like, suddenly get feeling back in your fingers, and then it's too hot to step into. And Athanos kind of just walks through. Olisaya! Olisaya! Are you guys going to follow him in, or are you going to stand by the nice warm braziers?
I'll follow.
I'm going to follow him in, but I'm going to sort of stand a little back so that Athanos can talk to his crush.
Yeah, Athanos can do the talking. I'm gonna like. So how far away is Ulsaya from the heating thing?
So the curious thing is that as soon as you guys kind of step in, that heat carries through. The whole tent is being heated up by these braziers, and you can kind of get an idea of why. Suddenly changing the temperatures of patients in distress can actually kill them quite quickly. So it's important to maintain an average temperature. And you can see a couple of sorcerers are currently sitting almost meditatively in the corners of the tent. The hands aglow with magic, and it kind of like you connect it to the braziers outside. They are generating heat in shifts almost to keep this place warm. So as soon as you walk in, it is beautiful here. It is like, you could probably get away with like a cargo top and pants kind of thing. Like, that's the kind of difference.
Usual attire, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah.
Just warmth everywhere. I wish it was like that in my room currently. I'm fucking freezing.
It is 29 degrees here. I am dying.
It's gone up a little bit.
Australian
it's 5
moment.
here. There's 5 degrees here.
Mm-hmm. Oh. There's still that flurry of activity, back and forth. Medics kind of standing over patients, wrapping bandages, kind of checking wounds. The sight that greets you is a relatively funny one, because Olisaya, as you know, has... where are my notes? Right. Remember? Sorry, again, I've not had a lot of sleep, so my brain is like, actually, we're not going to remember a very key detail about this character. Yeah, okay. So Olisaya has these beautiful white wings, these almost like snowy owl wings. But that's not what you see when you walk into this room. What you see is Olisaya with these large wings at her back, covered in this fluffy pink thing, like sweaters for wings, but it's this horrendous pink, like just like fuzzy, and everything you would not imagine she put on a battlefield is like on her back. And she turns around and she is like, that continues across in the ugliest sweater you have ever seen, but the smile on her face is bright.
I am picturing like the Palumu Monster Hunter World armor.
I need to see this. Hold on. I need to, just so I know.
I got you.
Oh, yep, thank you.
It's my favorite monster in the entire game.
She has wing cozies.
Wing cozies. Oh. Double props if Athanos is the one that got him for her.
You will pry that knowledge out of his cold dead.
But
You-
if Hannah's knitted this ugly swan, I'll be
Please.
so happy.
You can pry that knowledge out of his cold, dead hands.
Which means yes. It means yes.
100% that is the kind of outfit. But more garishly pink than anything else. And she just looks
Like that.
so happy. And
Nice
she,
and toasty.
yeah, she is so warm. Even in here, like, you would expect she would actually overheat quite quickly. But you see that, like her pale silvery skin isn't flush at all. She seems to be like at perfect efficiency. Would you notice this?
I don't know.
No, would we?
Yeah.
Do we have to make a
Roll,
perception
yeah,
check?
you know
Do
what?
need to
Roll
have
an
a
Arcana check for me.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Okay.
23.
Arcana,
23?
Oh. This is what I get for trying to make a I hardly know her joke. I got a 3. This is what I get. The dice are punishing me for trying to make jokes.
13.
Okay.
I'm too distracted by the warmth.
Wick. You have a good understanding of magic. At least to some extent. You are able to put together pretty quickly that for anything to happen, like for anything to be gained, something has to be taken. That is the fundamental law of anything. And 100%.
This is the law of equivalent exchange.
Yes. But you would imagine that healing the way Olisaya does, which is not in a way you've necessarily seen before, takes its toll on the body. So regulating her temperature with this might be the only way she's able to actually maintain her healing magic. Does that make sense? I didn't
Yeah.
explain it very well.
No, I get it.
Yeah. She turns around, and the smile on her face widens when she sees Athanas. And she's just like, Fix, you're here. Come here. I need to show you something. And she literally reaches out, grabs his jacket, and pulls him with her as she pulls him over towards the table.
Just
And
absolutely no fear. I appreciate her.
he has this very bewildered look on his face. Like, kind of like a Doberman getting barked at by a Pomeranian. It's just like a... okay. And she literally pulls him over to one of these soldiers, and she gestures very excitedly towards one of the bandaged areas. You can't quite hear what she's saying, but she is very excited about it. If you wanted to get closer, you could, but at the moment, they're just slightly outside of audible range with all of the hustle and bustle currently going on. She hasn't done this deliberately, she just wanted to show him something over there, by the way. In case that was the impression I gave.
I would like to listen in without being too conspicuous about it.
Okay. You know what?
If it like looks like they're trying to speak in private, then I won't like barge in. But like,
She is literally just not understanding what this looks like to anybody else.
okay, I'd like to listen.
You know what? Roll me a stealth check. See how quietly you're able to do this. Does anybody else want to join?
Yes.
Wait, what are we rolling?
Stealth.
Oh, I want to roll.
Stealth.
What was it again? Stealth. Oh, I'm with
12.
12?
Stealth.
Ooh. 18.
18?
21.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
We are into the gossip.
Let's go. I gotta share this with the rest of the tavern people before we leave.
So you kind of, with a knowing glance between all three of you, you make your way over. Some of you more quietly than others. Umbra, you basically vanish from sight. You're just like, oh, interesting gossip. And go. And so you get a little bit closer, and she is babbling on about a new healing technique that she discovered. She's like, if you take the wound and you carefully insert your magic like this, and she's kind of gesturing, you can... And she looks up at him, and he has this look on his face. It's not... On anybody else, it would be nothing. on anybody else. There would be no expression. There would be nothing on his face. For him, who you know to be quite unexpressive normally, there is the faintest, almost indulgent smile as he's looking at her. And you are pretty damn sure he does not realize it. Because she looks up at him and she's like all bright-eyed. And I think I can do my healing so much faster. I just need a couple of things. I'm gonna need some of the herbs from the forest, and I'm gonna need them before this happens, like before the frost kills them. Do you think I can send people out? And there's this moment where he's like, you want me to send people out into that? I mean, it would help. I could help your men. I could help our men. You know what I mean? Like, it could reduce the amount of time needed to heal them by up to like 3 days. We need this. And he's looking at her. And with the air of someone who has just realized that they are not winning this argument. No matter what they do in this circumstance, they're not winning this. Where does it grow? And she beams. Bright as fuck. That her wings flutter happily, like shifting back and forth. She is so happy. And she immediately reaches down, pulls out this elaborate long piece of parchment with a bunch of locations and like a map to get to those locations. And she practically forces it into his hands. She's like, thanks, I love that you're going to do this for me. I really appreciate it. And then immediately turns and goes and walks off to one of the other patients. And he's just kind of holding this map, like, and he kind of rubs at his brow. And at that moment, another soldier comes up, dressed in those, like, big fluffy things. And Thanos just smacks the map into his chest and goes, put a team together. Don't get killed. And if you can't make it and survive, don't do it. But grab a couple men and grab a few of this. Thank you. The soldier
What's the soldier? Yeah,
has the biggest grin on his face. You know...
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, when Thanos looks at him, right, it is straight. But do you remember the Monty Python thing with Biggest Dickus?
Oh,
How the guard is,
Yes.
like, fighting to keep a straight face? That is this soldier's face right now. Like, and
You'll find it visible when I say the name. Because
100%. Like, that is, you see his
Thanos
face just go.
He's not one to be ridiculed by the common soldiery.
And Thanos looks at him, and you're sure for like a good second he's gonna call him on this. He's gonna realize what's going on. But you just see this frustrated huff go. And the soldier salutes and turns like on his heel and just marches out in like the cleanest lines you've ever seen, and you're 100% aware that he is doing that so he doesn't start laughing in this place and draw attention to himself. He's like focusing so hard on taking the right steps so that he does not start laughing in front of everybody. And you have like the certainty, the absolute certainty that he is going to go and tell Roctillion.
Yeah.
Like, straight away.
I will say, for Umbra and Wick, if they look at Theala, this is like the first time that they've seen Theala smile.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's fucking adorable. Is what
trying
it
to
is.
get two other people to get together. It's like, fuck, we're gonna have to put away like saving this realm to the side. We need these two to kiss.
Yeah. Sorry, this is the D&D session now. We were playing Matchmaker for the
Yeah,
next 2 hours.
I mean, it works for me. I don't have to do a bunch of voices. Okay.
That's amazing.
So Thanos is kind of standing there, this pillar in this room of movement. He looks very wrong-footed. You know what I mean? Like, he's not quite sure how we got here, what just happened, or what he should be doing next, but it is that moment of, huh? And it is at that moment that, Umbra, you are now close enough. Like, you've been able to creep up nice and close. You are now pretty much at his shoulder. Not crucially, however, you are not within, 10 feet of him. Very carefully, you are not within 10 feet of this man. But you are damned close.
If I accidentally scared him, would punch me like right in the nose by
Oh,
accident, you know?
Yes. That would be the least of what he would do.
Yeah.
This episode is just entirely Bully the scary military captain.
Yeah. You're going to be a little bit of a bully.
He kind of crosses his arms, and you notice that he is watching Olisaya as she flits back and forth, kind of treating patients, like making notes on her clipboard. Do you say anything? Or do you just kind of watch him watch her?
I'll observe for the time being. Man's just got seriously blue-balled. I don't think he needs someone like me talking to him just yet.
No, I think he absolutely needs it.
I mean, there is a temptation to like give the like knowing pat on the shoulder, you know, just be like, that's rough, buddy, you know.
My girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough,
I was
buddy.
gonna say, yeah, that's rough, buddy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yala, can you please make me a perception check?
Oh god. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. It'll be fine.
Nat 20.
Nice! Hell yeah.
You see everything.
You zoom out and you're looking down at yourself
I
playing
see
D&D.
I see to my previous campaign with this character.
Just into your previous lives.
Okay. You notice a few things. One, you notice that Olisaya, despite the fact that she has turned her back on this man, is moving in such a way so that she can keep him in her eyesight at all times. And you notice this because every time she moves around, there's always a mirror that she can use. And that she is very steadfastly not looking in it every time you catch her. Second, and perhaps less importantly, given the goals of this group, you notice a couple of snowflakes have made their way into the tent, just drifting on the breeze.
Yeah, can I tell like what direction that breeze is from? Is that like my direction?
So the breeze is blowing in through basically the tent flaps, past the heated braziers.
Okay.
And as you look at these snowflakes, they seem to glimmer with magic. This arcane shimmer all around.
I am just going to make a mental note of that and to start casually stepping back towards the flap.
Okay. So what are the rest of you doing? As it seems that Thanos is a little bit tongue-tied, and Olisaya is a little bit dizzy, and the two of them are practically hopeless. What are the rest of you doing in this situation? Considering that you actually came here to get health potions from Olisaya. Actually, that's why Thanos thinks you're here. You're actually here to see him hook up with her, so
Yeah, that's true, bestie. And slap him on the shoulder and just be like, you'll get there one day. No, I'm not going to do that. Again, he will, like,
He will
obliterate my
judo
full
chop.
character.
Yeah.
He
Don't touch him randomly.
He will crack my back like a glow stick, and I'll just crumple to the floor. There was something else I was going to do as well without my brain. Just, like, completely forgot. There's too many thoughts. Head empty, brain full at the same time. I'll probably, like, try and, like, you know, like, you've been kind of, like, sneaking and then listening, and then I'll try and act like I wasn't, and just kind of, like, stroll past in a way that doesn't seem like I was, like, 100%, like, listening in.
Listening, but not listening. You know
listening
what?
But not listening.
Roll me a performance check. See how well we do.
I believe in you.
I mean, I got a +7, so 18, so...
Nice.
Go.
Okay. So as you step past him, his face is remarkably soft when he's looking across. And it is this look of... You would almost call it longing.
No, pining!
Before
oh my God.
he sees you, and again, it like jaw tenses. That kind of emotionless mask settles over his face, and he kind of glances over at you, and kind of inclines his head.
Grip the absolute primal urge that Umber is like resisting to send like a knowing wink his way. Like he's like clutching his hands into fists, like just as he walks past to be like, pretend that he doesn't know, because we're all trying without actually explicitly forcing anything, so I just gotta keep walking. And he's just like kind of like, that's what like going on in his head, is he just kind of like, you know, he's a bit of a sway and he's walking, he just kind of walks past very like, you know, like, oh, you know, like I'm gonna go ask about these potions now. And then like I'll go up to Aya and then kind of give like a very like a little soft smile, you know, she's really sweet, and be like, it's morning, right? It's like morning time, yeah.
It's early morning.
Okay, good. I just say, good morning. Me and the others have come to ask of a possible favor, if you'd be willing to hear us out, if you're not too busy.
She kind of turns, and it is at that point that you notice, like, as she's been moving, her hair kind of is now sticking up at the side as she's, like, run her hands through it, like, very distractedly. So she looks a little bit sleep-tussled, even though you've seen her be working this whole time.
Can I, like, steal a glance back at Thanos? Like, how is Thanos reacting to this?
Roll me a perception check.
Just like,
And you guys can roll this too,
so
by the way.
into it.
Exactly.
I will. 17.
17? 13? Yella?
Oh god, what am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception check to see, we're gauging Thanos.
18.
18. Okay. So 13, 17, and 18, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. His face, perfectly impassive. Like, that same jaw clench, very, very thing. His eyes, however, there is like a sparkle of amusement and fond warmth as he's looking at her, and he's not looking at you. He's
so into it.
He is so focused on her right now that he is... Because no one is, like, paying attention to him, he's not guarding himself too well. And it's kind of obvious to you. Thiala and Wick. So you two got the 17 and 18, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You notice something changed in his expression. And where there was just fond warmth becomes almost like an ache. And a sorrow that settles into his very bones as he kind of hardens his shoulders, lifts his chin. Swallows. Before shifting his weight, dropping into the military stance, almost like going on standby.
That's unfortunate. Well, nothing we can do about that.
Yeah. there's some sort of like, I wonder if there's some sort of like Romeo and Juliet type situation going on that we're not aware of.
Maybe.
It's like, oh, I love you so much, but like I'm gonna die or something.
Okay.
Look, I'm not gonna like go up and up.
Hey, we can see you
I don't
like
have a death
hardcore
wish.
shrimping over there. Just have a few questions.
Umbra. So, Olisaya turns back to you, like a smile. Oh, hello. Yeah, no, of course. You guys have helped us out so much. Of course I want to help. What do you need? I mean, if it's something I can do, and she kind of runs her hands through her hair and then freezes as she feels like the spiked up, like that short brown hair is actually spiked up, and she's just like, you watch the emotion settle over her face of embarrassment and then just like carefully patting it down, like trying to do it surreptitiously, just almost nonchalantly. What can I do for you?
I'm going
like-
to battle. Make your strongest potions.
Potion seller. I'm probably give like just like a you know when it's kind of like there's the kind of expression of like the I'm gonna like like we didn't notice anything, you're fine bestie, like don't worry, we know some people liked it, don't worry.
Steadfastly
I'm
looking in
probably
the other direction.
yeah. I just kind of go it might seem the case that we might have to be heading out soon.
Oh,
Some things that we may need to hunt down in terms of being able to potentially follow some leads that might help us with maybe stopping whatever's going on with and I kind of gesture out towards the kind of like meaning like the outpost, the unexpected frozen tundra that we found ourselves in. But considering we're potentially going away and feasibly into more danger, as it seems we like to attract it, we may need to acquire some more of those potions that you so graciously gave us before. And of course we're willing to pay coin, not expecting any of this for free. But we were just wondering if there was any chance we could partake of some stock before we may have to head out.
yes, of course. We're actually doing pretty well on stock. After the plague, and she kind of like looks a little bit distant, we found that healing potions really didn't help too much with them. So we have a few left over that I can definitely sell you. I mean, Thanos wouldn't mind. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Sorry, you're going where?
Talman.
Talman. We're going to Talman.
Looking up and then the chat. We're headed to Talman.
At that, her eyes go wide. And she looks around the room very carefully, and kind of leans in, like, very quietly. Okay, I have a favor to ask you. If you're going to Talman, I mean. It's really simple, I promise. She actually is shifting so that Thanos cannot see her talking to you. Like, cannot see, like, the words that she is saying to you. Look, I would be willing, if you'd agree, to discount my stock, secretly. If, well, Thanos has these brothers, right? In Talman, and he doesn't talk to them. They had this huge falling out, but you know what he's like. Of course he still cares about them, but he's not going to be the first one to reach out. So if you could find them and just let me know that they're okay, and I could maybe start contacting them, you know? Like if you could take them a letter, maybe, for me? Would that be something you could do? I understand if you don't want to get involved.
Wait, sorry, what was the letter supposed to be going to? Or like contacting
Thanos has two brothers.
two brothers. Okay. Or kind of like you know when someone's like sharing secrets and you kind of like lean in as well, and it's like kind of like leans in as well, hand to like the side of his like mouth to kind of like hide it a little bit. I mean, of course we can do that for you. I'm trying to think of a funny thing to be like, mum's the word, but I can't think of anything. So
Just tap the nose.
Yeah, I'll do the thing where you lock your mouth and then you like flick the key away.
She gets this bright grin on her face, and you can tell she is properly excited. Oh, thank you so much. He'd never say it, but he worries about them all the time. The oldest brother always does, you know? So, I don't want to help. And he wouldn't let me help, because he won't tell me anything. But if you're going there... And she kind of grins. Let me write the letters. Well, I've kind of got them written already. And she kind of fidgets. But I can get them. And as promised, I can discount my stock so that... in return, I mean. Are you sure it's okay?
Yes, of course. I mean, when we touch down in the city, we're going to need to find some places, and I mean, if you already know people around there, I mean, if anything, it helps us out a little as well, and we're more than happy then to return a favor, considering you're also giving us stock, and those potions have already come in handy, so I'm sure everyone else would agree as well.
I'm so glad. I am. So Neska is the middle child. Kind of the peacekeeper, from what I've heard. But well, no. Neska's the youngest. And she kind of like scratches her head for a moment. Neska's the youngest, because Sarah's the middle child. Because Sarah has the thing that he can do with it. And she does this strange gesture with her hands. And I'm gonna get you to make me a history check to see if you recognize it.
Ooh. That's a 13. I'm just rolling 13s today.
Okay.
How much do I perceive?
The way she gestures, it's not the same. It is not the same. It is clearly unpracticed, but for a second, you don't see her hands. You see the axes of Adan, the bleeder, as he gestured sharply and caused that devastation.
Oof, is all I'm going to say to that. Hold on. I see, I understand, I see. It is thinking.
And she's going to quickly scribe down. I will give you those names, by the way.
Thank you.
In the LSD. Okay, so in the LSD. Also, for future clarification, this is how you spell Olisaya.
Now we can have accurate memes.
Yes. There we go.
That's how you spell it.
Yes. Okay, why has it done that? There we go. I gotta tell you, opening up the shitpost channel while I'm doing this is not a good idea.
It's never a good idea. You know this.
Okay. So
Every time.
Very true. Very fucking true. I think I'm going to need like a 5-minute break to get some water,
That's right.
Yes.
give my throat a little bit of a break. So yeah, I will take 5 minutes. Do you guys want to be on screen, or do you want to just chill?
I'll keep on mute.
Okay. I shall transition us to the be right back, and I shall mute myself, but Discord will be active. And I don't know why Thiel is the only one appearing on that screen. Don't have a clue.
Because I'm magic.
You know who the most important is.
Hold on. I really want to fix that. Why isn't it working? Let's see. There we go. Okay. For some reason... Oh god, it's not working. Sent. There we go. Okay.
It's okay. I can be the only one.
No, I fixed it. There we go. Alright, I will be back in 5 minutes. Unleash hell.
About to drop them banger shit post you've ever.
Hell yeah. I do
Get
feel
ready.
a little bad, both of my characters in both of these campaigns. I keep having to ask, like, weird environmental questions.
Yeah, it's
Like, with the owl, it's like, have I been here? Do I know these people? Do I recognize anything?
those are good
And
things. Those are good things. to ask.
Ravana in our other campaign is like, how's the weather? Fucking playing a
As a DM, I always love. Would I know? Would like my character know about this? Do I know
yeah, it's just like
anything
with it's just like with
'Cause it
the
shows over
nature
interest.
of with the nature of who Theala is. Like, I kind of have to keep a read on every city we go to.
Mm. Oh, I see. That's all.
Oh man, like, I can't wait. I love this character so much. But chat, how are you? How are you doing, chat? How is everybody doing, actually?
Peachy, the Jesus in the meme you sent looks uncomfortably like Justin Trudeau.
Oh
little
my
bit.
god, it does. Fuck. I just realized that. It was just the first one I grabbed because it's usually the one that everyone sees, and I was like, yeah, I didn't even realize.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I'm having to like check like my time zone converter. It's like 10 p.m. over there in Sydney. Jesus.
It's 11 a.m. here, and I feel.
Yeah, I was about to say. Meanwhile, Peachy is 11 a.m.
So say.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit sleepy. I've been almost up for 24 hours.
Don't do that. I do that.
I got carried away with Final Fantasy, and then I just got hit with the time blindness, and then it was like maintenance is about to happen, and I was like, oh, what? Looks at my like Discord. You've been playing for 15 hours, and I was like, fuck, it happened again.
Like, I do that. Don't do that.
I do it. It's too late.
Uh,
Final Fantasy player sleep schedule, yeah. It was so annoying. I waited 20 minutes to get into a boss fight because like no one was doing it.
Honestly, yeah.
But it was a main story one, so I had to do it to continue. So it was just like, I'll just wait. I'm sure at some point someone will. It was a really hard boss fight. We got like TPK'd like the first time, and I was like, oh. It was really good though. It was really a fun boss mechanically.
Yeah. I hate. I'm gonna have to DM you to ask you because like Sparrow is going to edit this at some point.
Yes. Oh yeah, we don't want to accidentally spoil anything. Yeah, I'm halfway through Shadowbringers for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm like, because the thing is, because I've like, because it's been like my biggest hyperfixation, I felt really bad because Sparrow was originally ahead of me, and then I was catching up closer in Stormblood, and then now I've surpassed, but now I can't say anything. I'm like, there's so much I need to tell you that I can't tell you.
Shadowbringers is just so good.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yes, feed me your fictional trauma so that I can continue to look young.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, like that's what I was telling you guys before.
Trauma vampire.
No, because like the thing is with with my Final Fantasy character, like the main one I'm playing is, anytime there's anything like major story based, like my character's like appearance and things will reflect that. So like from like the start of what he looked like to like now, it's like it's like my own personal storytelling, and it's so good because I sent a screenshot of just like where I'd like recently gone to the like beautician and like changed some stuff. I just get the response from Sparrow like, "You only do that when major things happening. What is Shadowbringers doing to you?" And I just responded, "A lot." Just you wait.
Yeah. You'll probably enjoy Endwalker a lot. It didn't really do much for me personally, but Endwalker seems to be the one that has just absolutely destroyed people.
I see. But I'm looking forward to it because like A Realm Reborn, everyone knows, kind of a bit of a slog. Got through it. Heavensward, round of applause. We kind of dipped a little bit during Stormblood, but now I'm in Shadowbringers and I'm like, what the fuck? Like finding out like major like plot things, and I'm like, holy moly! And I'm like, I need to talk to someone about this. It's consuming me. Great, it's great. I love that Endwalker's abbreviated to ew.
Yes. Oh my god. My new tea kettle is so good.
Hey.
I got a very, very expensive electric one that like has temperatures for what specific kind of tea you're brewing and like specific steeping times.
Oh, nice.
That's
with
cool.
like, it has like the built-in filter and everything.
Nice. I hope Endwalker doesn't knock me out the game. I've been like so obsessed with it. Stormblood is probably the one, apart from A Realm Reborn, I think Stormblood is like, the story was like good in some points, but like at the moment, my ranking is, I mean like Shadowbringers is like teetering on the edge of overtaking Heavensward is like my favorite so far.
Yeah.
And then it's like Shadowbringers is right in
like
Stormblood is right in the bottom with like A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, like for me it's like Shadowbringers is like easily 10, and then like there's empty space for Hildebrand quest is somewhere in there, and then like Heavensward is 5.
The Hildebrand quests make me laugh so much. They're so, because like I loved watching like Case Closed / like Detective Conan growing up.
Yes,
So the fact that
exactly.
it's just
And there's
basically that, it makes me so happy.
yes, yeah. I'm really excited. I need to catch up because I know there's Hildebrand stuff now in the new stuff.
Yeah, they just released a bunch of stuff. They released a new haircut, but everyone's like being really mean about it because it's like a really short one.
What did I miss?
No, I saw that and I was like, I need that haircut because my warrior is just a fucking butch lesbian.
We love. That's basically Ripley's character. What's your character race, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, Mikote, Keeper of the Moon.
Love it.
Love it.
I'm Viera Vina.
No.
I'm gonna be right back before we start up again.
Perfectly
I'm the
fine.
tall one.
You're the tall one. There it is.
I will bring us back to the other screen. So, hello. I'm back.
No, not Hrothgar.
Rogadin.
Rogadin. Ripley's at Rogadin. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Sparrow, peep the shitpost channel.
Oh no.
Yeah, read the shippush channel while we're waiting. It's great. It's fucking amazing.
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Took me to the bottom, so I have to scroll up, which is so much worse.
This is why I make art, so there could be memes like this.
Kobolds can wear mittens as a treat.
As a treat.
Yeah.
It's that last one that you sent that's just absolutely sent me.
I'm fucking dying. What is this?
That's your new thumbnail. That's your new
Guys,
thumbnail.
No!
Chat, join the Discord to watch a shitpost in real time.
What?
Life slug reactions.
You can also send your own memes, but in a
different one.
Separate. Yeah.
Just so that people can keep them straight.
Yeah. It's because we have special privileges because we
Provide the
play
content.
I don't know. We're nerds. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Man, I'm gonna be so dead tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to talk at all.
So you're doing okay for the time being?
Yeah, for a little bit longer, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
It's just nice, comfy. Like, yeah, it's like a winter's day. We're playing some like Cupid. It's fucking great.
Oh yeah, yeah. My favorite thing is that the last session was very hectic and very combat focused, and now you're sitting here shipping 2 NPCs, which I'm 100% here for, but also.
Grabs the little
Listen,
dollies. They're gonna kiss. Make them kiss.
I'm just saying, like, nobody can see Theala's notebook, but they are developing a shipping chart in there.
That's
Planning
amazing.
is happening.
That's amazing.
It's like right on the inside of like that first page of like a notebook that nobody ever uses.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone usually skips it. I usually skip the first page in it, but
Yeah, it's on the back of that first page.
On the upside, this makes me feel a lot less like nervous about the session because I don't have to worry about my notes. Because I wasn't planning for us to spend an hour and a half talking about Thanos and Alisaya. But I'm having fun. Oop,
Yes.
thank you, Rurik,
And that's
for
the
raid.
important part. That's why we're here, to have fun.
Can I do the shout out? How do I do the shout out?
exclamation point SO.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna do it. I'm eating a cookie real quick.
No, it's all good.
They
There we
say
go.
they say the 3 pillars of D&D are combat, exploration, and social interaction, but actually the 3 pillars are shipping, shitposting, and bullying the DM.
Yes, correct.
The Holy Trinity.
That's amazing. I'm clipping that. Keeping that. That's
Do it.
going. That is
It's the
going on my thing.
truth.
That's what it is. I can't edit these. Oh my god. I need you guys to see what the name of this clip is. I did not make this name. I just hit the clip button. This is the URL.
Oh.
Read the URL of this clip.
Oh.
Wait, where is it? Where did you put it?
In LSD.
Amazing.
Tsundere Golden Velociraptor Stinky Cheese.
What the fuck? I hope you had a good stream, by the way, Rick. Okay.
Oh my god, a Thanos is such a Tsundere Golden Velociraptor Stinky Cheese.
Yeah.
He was government kin assigned Cinderella Golden Velociraptor Stinky Cheese.
You're
Yeah.
killing me. Jesus
You
Christ.
should not have shown it to us.
You know, wait, I've got the perfect meme to like sum this up. I'm gonna set it in the other speak chat for you.
Forget assigned gender, what's your assigned Twitch URL?
You should see some of the other ones, actually. Because the one before that is Popular Wandering Chicken Uncle Knox.
Oh, I like that
And
one.
then Plausible Real Chickpea Kipper. That's the 3 clips I've
There you
taken in this session. I feel like that deserves its place in the shitposting channel. I really do.
Okay, I'll go put it in there. I love this meme.
It's so
every
good.
time.
Yeah.
I love finding excuses.
I'm
to
so
post
proud of this community.
We are living our best lives.
Okay. Are we ready?
One day I'll get good stats.
I need to say this to you, and I say this to you with full, like, affection and confidence, but bitch, you chose those. You could have rolled new stats, but you didn't. Like, why?
I love to have a 13 in my primary casting stat.
As the highest score.
Like, it hurts me
I love to have a-
emotionally.
I love to have a
That-
+3 spell attack bonus.
Oh, I
Sparrow?
sent that to the wrong-
Sparrow?
I sent it
Sparrow?
to the chat.
That reaction is why.
One second, let me.
I love to have
I
a
need
spell
to-
save DC of 11.
I mean, narratively it worked.
Narratively, it works. It's just really funny. I'm like, you could have chosen to re-roll those. I would have let you, but no.
Here's the thing: it probably wouldn't have gone better.
You don't know that though.
I know from experience.
Look, Mythbusters proved it. It's always better to switch.
Dice hate me. Dice hate me. Digital dice and physical dice. They all hate me.
Same.
Dice hate me until thematic moments, I've noticed. Because in the campaigns that I'm in, I can... Funnily enough, a lot of people don't remember that I get low rolls, but I do get quite a few of them. But when it's like narratively really, really good for me to either pass or fail a thing, that is when they will give me exactly what I need for that situation. It's so dumb. I appreciate it.
Meanwhile, RNGesus for me goes, oh, you want something really cool to happen? Fuck you. Gets a nat 1, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Dice are generally indifferent towards me, except when I'm a DM and I'm trying not to kill my players, in which case they hate me.
Oh, that's a
In which
mood.
case, they're assisting you in killing them.
No,
Yeah.
the moment the dice hated me the fucking most is in my newbie campaign. And that's how it ended. Because these fuckers, and I say this with full affection, and I've called them this to them faces, but these fuckers got charmed, which is fine. Except they cast full leveled spells at each other to break them out. Do you want to know how well they rolled on damage? At level 3? I'm just like,
Oh no.
this is a boss fight, and the only person doing damage to you right now is you!
It wasn't. Didn't my character take like it was his first? It was like his first session. He took so much fucking damage.
And I'm like, I tried so hard to tell you, like all of you, like, you realize that any kind of damage that you do, so like an unarmed strike or something, that will still trigger the resave. You know that, right? Yeah. Full level spell. Fucking Christ.
It was so funny though. But then it's also like in that same session, I was really dumb and tried to disarm a flame trap, forgetting that I can fucking walk on walls and ceilings. And I took flame damage because I tried to disarm a trap and I could just walk over it.
I'm not gonna lie, I built that trap, 1 for the creature in the thing, and 2 so you could walk on walls to get around it.
I know, and I completely was just like, oh wait a minute, like scrolling through. I've never played Rogue before.
It was
I'm
so
playing a
good.
Rogue damp here. I am so dumb. I should not be playing something that requires that much stealth.
Alright, back to the matter at hand. Let me get my thing. Why?
Back to the shipping wars.
Back to the shipping wars. Oh gosh. I had a shop generator so I could get prices so I don't have to look them up, and then it didn't work. 1 second. My eyes. I'm so sorry. I had this and then I just... Noped out. Alchemist? That doesn't help me. I meant to do this while I was on break and I forgot to.
Everyone knows the break is for like pissing, getting more drinks, and like hyping yourself up silently.
Yeah.
It's like, and just like chatting to kind of like shake off the gaming.
Yeah.
Okay. So... Stop closing, please. Good
The
God.
break is for repeating to yourself, I'm not prepared for this, I'm not prepared for this, over and over again.
I'm not ready for this. I am
yeah.
not ready for this, and I am not okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me just sort this by the correct frickin' thing. That's so helpful. Thank you. It put legendary next to uncommon. We've been making in-character shipping chart. Oh god.
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
I only tell the truth.
It's really funny.
They hated space because they told the truth.
This is what I get for being old.
Okay. So, where we were, Olisaya was going to... I did turn this on, yeah. So I have a mute button on my mic, which I hit when I'm typing, because I have a mechanical keyboard that makes a lot of noise. And I have, on occasion, forgotten to hit the unmute button. Shipping charts isn't shipping characters, or shipping route charts. Route charts.
You think it's route charts? No.
No, they really want Olisaya and Olisaya and Athanos to get together. It's really cute. Okay, so Olisaya is going to hand you, Umbra, a couple of letters sealed with a so they're this brown parchment, almost neatly tied up with a wax seal with a curious set of crossed needles across it. Brain, stop. Please. Stop.
You say she's giving me like these crossed needles.
She's given you two letters, basically, wrapped
Two
and
letters.
sealed with a wax seal with an imprint of two needles, like crossed in an X across them.
Oh, she's got an insignia.
And she's like, so, normally a healing potion that I have, and I really do only have like the low level ones. The higher level ones are kind of restricted to our soldiers, but they typically go for 50 gold apiece. And since I said you'd get a discount, if you want, I can cut them down to about 25 gold apiece. Would that work for you?
How much money does everyone else have? Just asking. I've got 10 gold. Anyone else got? Even if we
I
can just
have
get...
a whopping 5 gold pieces.
I can toss in for 2 potions.
How much gold do you have?
Don't worry about it.
That's what you get for making deals with like, actual dimensional beings.
Just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it now.
Yeah. You can get 2 potions, so you at least have enough for like. Oh, I can't. I'm too tired for quick maths. I'm not doing.
You can
that.
negotiate with her. She is not going to be too harsh about this. You can negotiate with her if you would like to.
But also, there's like there's a part of me that's like, she deserves this.
Yeah.
You know, Slay Queen. Take
I'm
my
just
money,
saying it is
you know?
it is a possibility if you need to. Remember, she does not know how much more gold you have.
I kind of like, you know, when someone goes, just like ever so slightly, like just the like suck in of like, and like, well,
Oh, actually,
let's see.
Theo will walk up to her and say, "Would you be willing to knock those down to 20 each if we are willing to bring correspondence back to you?"
Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion 18.
She considers it for a moment. Well, you did save the village. Well, the outpost, and you have helped, and you are doing me a favor, so yeah. I mean, I can knock it down to 20, just don't tell Athanos. Please?
No, of course not. Of course not. This is between us.
Excellent. You know what he's like. He's a bit of a fuddy-duddy, really. And he'd get really into this. Like, he doesn't like it when I give away supplies, which is why I have to charge for them. But you're friends, and you did us a favor, and you saved Valley. So, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I can totally knock it down to 20 for you.
All right.
So How many would you like?
We can get
Two is fine.
2? Okay, sure. Just wait here and I'll go and get them for you. And she's going to turn and, like, as she goes past, there's this waft of scent from her wings, and these, like, it's very warm, almost cashmere-y kind of scent. And you get the sense it's from this abomination of pink fluff that she is wearing. And she kind of drifts past into the back room where you presume the potions are.
I thought you were implying that she was wearing perfume for Thanos.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
have a
just...
question for her when she comes back now.
Okay. It does only take her a couple of minutes, and she comes back with a small box, wooden box with a golden latch at the front. And she's kind of got it quite securely in her grip. Here you go. And she's going to hold it out. I thought, well, given everything that you've done, and there are 3 of you, I figured I'd be nice and give you 3.
Oh, thank you.
That's such kindness, but we
It's okay.
thank you all the same.
I mean, if it stops you getting killed, because, well, I know you guys haven't been here very long, but you've done so much, and, well, I already kind of think you're one of us, and I would help any one of us, so, yeah. Here, and she's gonna hold out the box.
That's very gentle. Yeah, Theo will like take it and like hand over the 80 gold as well. That's very generous of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll do my usual gesture of thanks.
She kind of inclines her head to you as well.
That's so sweet of you. Oh man, the pretty box. He's like trying not to get distracted by like the pretty box. I just had a small question for you. Where did you get the like cozies for your wings? They are actually quite fabulous.
At that, a bit of a flush rises on her cheeks. Oh, it was a gift. You can insight check to see what she's thinking. Like, see if she's trying to conceal anything from you at this point.
Insight,
I'd like to try. I'd like to try.
Alright, go on.
Fuck! I only got a 7.
8.
Okay.
What
Yala?
are we rolling?
Insight.
Insight.
Insight. Oh boy.
Come on, you can get the highest one, please.
Oh, can I though? 11.
Still the highest.
That's still the highest.
Okay.
God.
So, she is telling the truth. It is a gift. When she follows it up with, I don't actually know who gave it to me. She looks a little bit confused, and you get the sense she is also telling the truth there. But when she flicks her gaze over to Thanos, it's kind of clear that she knows who she wants it to be from. You know? She doesn't know, but she knows who she wants it to be from. Before she, like, quickly drags her eyes back, like, into that bright smile. I'm afraid I don't know, but it's so comfy. And look, as she spins and her wings do that little flare, she's very careful about, like, not hitting anyone, or any of the patients or any of the doctors. But it's this beautiful little swirl, and, like, the little, like, cape flicks out with the motion of her wings. Again, there's that warm scent of, like, homey, cashmere, like, vanilla-esque, very warm and comforting scents.
No one gave her the right to be this fucking adorable. Like, what? I'm gonna protect them with my life. I kind of give like a very warm smile, like, oh well, whoever, and I kind of like keep my voice up a little bit just in case, like, Thanos is kind of singing, well, whoever gave you that has the most impeccable taste, and who knows, maybe you'll get something else from them sometime. Maybe a cute hat to match, mayhaps something for your hands.
He kind of coughs at that, like, and is going to, though, like, he plays it off as if there was something in the air, and you just see him, like, kind of, excuse me, I have things to attend to, if you're quite good here. And without really waiting for an answer, he's going to turn on his heel and almost march out of this room. like very stiff-backed, very like regal as he moves.
No bully the snake man.
We only bully the snake man.
God damn it. Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Oh, I love them.
Ooh. Okay. Olisaya watches him go with a little bit of confusion. Oh. Maybe he wants one. Maybe I should get him one. Wish I knew where I got this one. I'd get him one, and maybe we could get him in like a green. Don't you think that would look so good? And then
I'm going to nod profusely.
Yes. Wait, I'll lean back in. I'll lean back in with like the biggest like shit-eating grin on my face. Well, I mean, considering we're heading out of town for a little while, we can always, free of charge. Like, don't worry about it. We'll keep an eye out for you if you see anything that's not similar.
Oh, that would be amazing. He does so much for everybody, you know. Like, he never says anything, but he'll take shifts that nobody else wants, or if someone's sick, he'll take their shift and tell them that he doesn't want them working when they're sick because it's a danger to everyone. But they still get paid. He still pays them and everything, and he looks after people, and no one really sees that, you know? And I don't know. I think he needs to be appreciated more.
Most definitely, yes.
And no, I'm not gonna say that.
No, say it, gamer.
No, it is so out of character.
Say it out of character. Say it out of pocket.
I have a shitposting channel for this exact reason.
I mean, true. You can say it. You can put it in the posting channel.
Just to put that out there.
Well, I mean, it's very nice that, I mean, it's good to know that at least, you know, you recognise how much he does for everyone and are wanting to prove that to him. It's very, admirable of you.
I don't... Well, I thank you. And she holds up her hands, and as she does, you notice that there is a thin trail of magic that kind of winds around her fingers, like this thin silvery line. I'm just the Stitcher. I fix people. He protects them, you know? Like, I can put people back together, but he stops them getting hurt in the first place. I mean, drives me up the wall with how strict he is. But don't tell him. And she kind of leans in very secretively. Don't tell him this. But I actually think it's really good that he's strict. He needs to be. Someone needs to be. I mean, I'm not really suited for command. So, all my ideas are probably just gonna get people hurt. So. I mean, he does need to work that stick out of his butt eventually, but for the moment, I think it's what we need. But if you could definitely keep an eye out for something like this for him, that would be really, really good. And I know green is his favorite color. Well, at least I think it is. He has this journal, that, well, I'm not supposed to know about it. Or no one's supposed to know about it, but I've seen him writing in it before, and it's always green, even when he replaces it. So it's got to be that, right?
Yes, I definitely think that's a really good assumption to go on. But he's like trying to keep his voice level because it's like on the inside he's like fucking hollering like let's fucking go, but he's like trying to keep that straight face. I have the perfect like reaction for it, but I can't remember it. But he's basically like trying to like steel himself to not like reveal like, oh of course, yeah, 100%, like we all
yeah. Oh god, okay. So, what would you like to do next? You have your health potions. There are a number of people in camp that you could visit. Oh, sorry.
I'd like to see if I can buy any green wool.
Green wool?
Yes. Preferably without attracting the attention of Athanas or the Sire.
Okay. So, Yeah, no, you could definitely do that. It's relatively rare commodity here because colored wool isn't really that necessary, and this is quite a more military outpost, but there are a couple of merchants here who have a bit of green wool that you could buy. Certainly.
Let's go.
How much do you want?
How much would it cost theoretically to buy enough wool to say, for the sake of example, an Athanos-sized sweater? I can't hear you right now, Sparrow.
Yep.
Are you okay?
Yep, I hit the mute button while I was typing. Okay. So, a cloak, normally, is about 20 gold. According to this. I would say if you're constructing it yourself, you're taking out a large part of that labor. So I would say maybe 10 to 15.
I can give you money. I can give you the money. I will give you the money for this.
Will you?
I will. I have 10 gold on me. You can take as much or as little as you need.
At least I never have to worry about you guys
love
getting
this.
enough gold for like magic items or shit. You're just gonna buy shit like this. It's great.
Okay, if I spend 5 of my gold
I'll
and
give
5
you
of your
mine.
gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sparrow,
And
this
do
is
the coin.
officially my favorite session.
I'm gonna buy a sweater's worth of green wool.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, okay, you can just do that. Sure. And I would say that both Olisaya and Athanos are currently very busy. Olisaya keeping people like healthy and stitched together kind of thing, and Athanos keeping the guard rotation up, so he's not really concerned with what's happening in the outpost, more concerned with what's happening outside of it, given the recent attacks and the sudden drop in temperature. So yes, you are able to get enough enough green wool to make a sweater.
Nice. Excellent.
Okay. Whew. What would you like to do? Would you like to make a sweater?
If we have time now, or when we're on the road, I'm going to try making a sweater. I have proficiency in weaver's tools, which I can use to make
Oh my god.
garments.
By the way, Wick, as soon as Wick starts doing this, Thial is
I also
like
have weaver's tools.
gonna hang out. Yeah, Thial's gonna hang out and watch this actually.
I wanna witness you making a sweater. We were just,
Okay,
like,
we need to organize transport to Talman first.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait. Where's
We were about to like straight up go into like Final Fantasy XIV crafting.
Yeah, weaving
But-
skill. Let's go.
Whenever we have some free time, I'm going to start working.
Hemp and
Sweater.
crafting.
Okay.
You know.
Make a note of that for me, because I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead, make a
Besides
note of that for me.
bitch.
Christ. Okay.
I'm so sorry to have to ask names again. Who was it that I was making an agreement with? What was her name again?
Armadillo? I'll give you her
Armadillo.
nail. Her nail? Her
Sorry.
name.
I'm gonna try and find her then after
I
like
should put some
thanking
notes.
Osaya once more.
Okay. That's Armadillo.
I love
It's in notes for you, by the way.
Thank you very much.
It's all good. I will say, Wick, for the crafting stuff, given that it's going to be a mundane item, and I don't like the current crafting rules taking so fucking long for an item like that, I would say, like, if you were to dedicate maybe like a long rest's worth of effort twice, so 2 long rests worth of effort to it, so maybe like 4 or 5 hours, you could do it. 100% you could do it. Does that seem fair?
Okay,
I'm happy to negotiate on
seems
that, but just like from
that's
a
fine with me.
thing, yeah. Okay. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could sit down and do it in like 5 hours if you had that time
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
5-hour crafting.
5 hour crafting.
I mean, if we somehow managed to organize a coach, so like, found someone who could like take us via carriage to Talman, I could spend pretty much as much time as I like during the journey knitting.
Since Tiala has been here and knows what's up, they might go do that actually.
So, Thiela, you want to try and organize a carriage?
Yeah.
Okay. Good news for you is that Adan and the others have yet to leave. So, you could probably ask them if you wanted to, or you could arrange with a merchant who might be traveling in that direction. You'd have to go and figure that out. What would you like to do?
Running to Adan. like that kid that's like watching the bus getting ready to leave the bus stop.
They are. They're kind of like they're packing up. Their trip here was to pick up ore, and they've kind of done that. And they've peddled off what goods they have to sell here, so they're kind of packing up. You see, Adan and Dagdan are the ones kind of like shoving stuff back into the cart, doing all the heavy lifting. Bowden is just kind of watching them with this like very bright smile, like, and it's a moment, but you've seen that smile before, and you know that he just won a bet, and that's why they have to do this. That's why they're the ones packing this up, and he doesn't have to do shit. That kind of cocky grin.
Which means he is in the prime position to ask for a favor. Yeah, I'll just walk up and be like, Adan.
Adan is one of the ones lifting and putting stuff away. Bowden is the one that is...
Whoever is not, my brain is not here right now.
It's alright. Bowden looks up at you. Thiala!
Bowden, yes.
What can I do for you, love?
Just standing there like one hand on their side, just like half leaning over, like, give me a second.
Did you happen to do too much physical...
here, just a second.
Oh, wow. You must want something. I've never seen you run. No offense. You tend to walk at your own pace.
Yeah, I usually don't have a reason to run.
Catch your breath.
Funny story.
I do love
know
a
we
good
said
funny
our
story.
goodbyes. I know we said our goodbyes. Could we actually hitch another ride with you?
2 questions. 1, where? 2, who?
Me and the other 2 that went and got me.
Oh, the what were the names?
Yeah.
Rick and
them, yeah.
the dancer, Umbra. Those 2?
Yes, those ones. Yes.
Where do you want to go?
Out of character, where are we going?
Talman. You're going to the merchant city.
I just
God.
see places, brain.
Yeah,
In
no,
this
it's
session,
fine.
everyone forgets how to say Talman.
I know, it's just like
Tagline.
fucking mood.
What the
We
fuck
are
is-
running an errand to Talman.
At that, Adan and Dagdan are going to stop and look over. And also, just for a quick bit of clarification, I know that these guys have accents. I do not have the vocal range to do them today.
No, you're
so
fine. You're
I have
fine.
not forgotten.
Rest that voice.
I can't do them today. Dagdan kind of like grits his jaw a little bit. You're going to Talman? Why on earth would you want to do that? I thought you hated it there. Thought you were leaving there for a specific purpose.
Yeah, well, they agreed, we kind of agreed to do a favor for somebody here for a discount on something else. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We have to go there to drop something off.
They kind of look between each other.
To drop something off.
Bowden kind of tilts his head. We have the space. I mean, you'd have to help us if, like, there was any kind of trouble on the road. You know,
Oh,
we were
yes, of
planning to
course,
hire
of course.
mercenaries, so if we take you, we can't fit them on there. So, would you lot be willing to do that? I mean, I don't like putting you in danger, but given the troubles that we've had,
We can absolutely do that. They can do that. I don't know what I can do, but they can absolutely do it.
kind of nods. Okay. Well,
And they got me, didn't they? I think that's proof enough that they can handle it.
true. And you did survive the goblins. Which was quite the impressive feat considering how many of them there were.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, we can definitely give you a ride.
I will hold out my hand to shake.
He takes it with that very meaty grip that he always has.
Yes.
Just like almost up to the upper arm, just like that, rather than just the hand. Well, we're packing up today, so we'll be leaving either tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on when those two louts, and he kind of gets that big grin, finish loading the cart. And
I'm
you
going to give a very meaningful look to Umbra and pull out a pair of knitting needles from my bag.
Yeah, that's the fire and determination.
Yeah, like I didn't know if like Wick and Umbra had come with me or not.
I'll be like standing nearby.
Yeah,
just like
enough
behind
that
you,
we
yeah.
can hear, but like not enough to be imposing.
Yeah.
Like you know when you're a kid and you try and you want to ask your parents to bring the friend around, but you bring the friend with them, so then like the parents can't say no. We're far enough away that technically they can refuse, and we're not there to add on extra pressure.
Can my friend stay the night?
Can my friend stay the night, please? Can we drive in the carriages?
I cannot believe you guys watched Theala like just almost break their neck trying to run that fast and didn't do anything.
Yeah. And we just casually strolled up, you know. It was funny to witness, you know. You're just running around and it's like, wow, I haven't seen you do this before, apart from we were running for our lives from combat. This is funny.
How dare you? Alright, no, that's a deal. We can absolutely do that. Thank you. Sincerely.
Of course. I mean, you're one of us, aren't you? We've always had good dealings with you, so... I mean, and he kind of gives you a look. You're a bit tall for one of us, but... that's a character flaw, we can work that out.
I see.
Odin says short kings only.
Look, you got mad at me for tall women, and now I can't have short kings. What do you want from me?
King, let's go. Short kings.
But yeah, they'll like turn around to go back and then see that Wick and Umbra
I
are
will
right there
just sort of
and be like,
look into the middle distance nonchalantly, as if I'm just there by happenstance.
how fucking dare you? But no, they'll like see them standing there and just kind of like point back at the caravan and be like, so they'll give us a ride, actually.
I'm gonna look back with a surprised expression, like I wasn't just listening on the conversation, and then smile.
I need to know, are you still holding up the knitting needles? Like, huh?
I put them behind my back.
Hey, so Wick, if I rolled a 13 on insight, what do I get from you?
I was absolutely listening in on your conversation.
I don't think Wick's a very good liar.
No, not particularly.
I mean, we love Bug Boy.
They'll just kind of like, They'll just kind of like looks at Wick and then just sighs. So anyway, they'll be packing up to leave either tonight or in the morning, so we've got the rest of the day.
I'm gonna give another knowing look to Umbra.
Yes, yeah. I'm just like you was like the knowing nod back, like let's go get this bread. This
Oh my god.
Well, and then like I mean, with that, now that we've got our transport sorted, I think I need to go have a word with
Amadil. With Amadil.
With Amadil. I need to go talk to Amadil with that.
Okay.
And just let her know that we've procured travel, so she needn't worry. You didn't go out on a limb at this point. So I'm going to like give Wick like a big thumbs up and like a very enthusiastic nod. I'm gonna give like a slight like curtsy towards Thalia for securing us passage. And then I'm gonna go find her.
Okay.
This is amazing.
Amadil is pretty easy to find. She is currently in a in like one of the side tents. You've met her there before with the map across the table, and she's kind of looking over it, a report in hand, like almost absently reading it. You do notice that as soon as you step in, there is no change in temperature. So this place is not heated in any way. It is exactly the same inside as outside.
And you cloak around me more than.
You don't imagine she really needs all that much heat, considering what she is. And she kind of looks up from her report, that one porcelain eyebrow raises. Oh, Umbra. Yes, hello. What can I do for you?
Good morning. I just thought it best to let you know that, well, while we're very, very grateful for the offer you gave to me yesterday, it seems that Thalia has managed to procure us travel with the merchants that they came in with. So we needn't have your services, at least getting into the city at this time round, but I still wanted to extend my thanks for the offer you gave last night, Sparrow.
Think nothing of it. Honestly, it was going to be a lot of difficulty redirecting a cart along that path anyway, so you've saved me a bunch of effort.
Oh,
No matter,
definitely.
but and she's going to. There is. So Warforged don't typically have to make a lot of gestures, but she's clearly been around humans and like sentient humanoids for a while, because she has a lot of these like habitual almost gestures that set people at ease. You know how like breathing and blinking, if you don't do it, people freak out. She doesn't necessarily need to do that, but you notice that like she is doing that kind of thing. She even fixes her hair or like shifts her weight back and forth, just as this kind of like almost ingrained habitual response to try and seem more human, I guess. You're going into the capital, correct? Into Talman itself. That's where you
Yes,
wanted to go?
That's the plan.
Well, I'm not telling you this, of course. That would violate any kind of arrangement that we might have, but you may wish to watch out for Hilton. Of course, knowing you, well, and what I believe of you, you might want to seek them out.
Do I know who she's talking about? Can I make a history check?
You can make a history check.
I hate everything.
That's
I
true.
got a nat 1.
The name doesn't seem familiar.
I kind of like cock my head to the side, you know, ears kind of full like to the side with gravity with me. I don't think I recognize that name on the list that I've mentally procured over time, but if someone tells me not to go after someone, I mean, sometimes maybe I'll take a look into that name myself, unless you're willing to part with any information.
That was a freebie, my dear. Just because we have an equitable relationship, and I believe you would find them very interesting a person to find. If you would like to owe me a favor, I'm sure we can work something out.
You're gonna offer me them devil's bargains, you know I'm gonna want to accept them. Oh, do I want to owe a favor for information? Information is so valuable in games like these.
That's the fun part of D&D.
I know, right? I kind of like, I have this like very like knowing like smile, like, you know, like that, like I was trying to see if I could get away with like just pushing it a bit more, but I obviously know that it was gonna come at a price, and I kind of like roll my head to the side, like back and forth a few times, kind of like as one would like toss a stone in the mind, a few like back and forth, and well, you know what the hell, I'm happy to owe you a favor. Information is very valuable to me, you see, so I'll take you up on the offer.
She's going to offer a hand to you. Shake on the bow.
Uh-oh.
So Sticky, kind of like quite enthusiastically, like bearing in mind I like had my arms like crossed across me to like keep the warmth of the cloak in. I extend one of them fairly eagerly, very like yes, I'm ready to make this business transaction, you know.
She shakes. Her hand is ice cold, but again, she is a being of metal in a winter snowstorm, so
It freezes to my
Yeah.
hand like when
She's-
someone licks a pole.
you notice as she holds your hand and like you kind of flinch from that cold, she concentrates for a moment and her hand actually warms up enough so it's not unpleasant to touch. Sorry,
Nice.
I forget that I don't retain heat very well. Elja is someone of particular interest to you, my dear, simply because, well, she's the head of the Slavers Guild. In Talman, as you well know, slaving is a regrettable but legal practice there. As long as you're... Of course, they don't take any by force. That would be horrid and horrible. But they have a steady supply of willing volunteers.
What was the
That sounds extremely
by the way.
ominous.
what was the guild, sorry? I didn't
The
hear
Slavers Guild.
Oh. Like, you know, like the like audible, like, even though like I don't know if we're still holding hands at this point.
I think she would
well-
while she's telling you the information. He has warmed it up though, so it's not...
Yeah, the kind of like like a flicker, this kind of like almost indistinguishable, like there's this like anger crosses his face before he tries to like school it back, but I'm not sure if she'd be able to feel this, but like the handshake, like he accidentally, in like trying to control his own emotions, grips just a little bit harder at the mention of that. I see.
If she notices, she doesn't seem to react to it. Instead, simply just watching you. Deal with that information as you will. Now, I didn't tell you this, of course. I would never involve myself in such things. But very recently, Elja has acquired a few roving bands of volunteers, if you would, that rove around town. And they seem to have exceptional luck finding volunteers for this whole slavery business. Do you understand?
This kind of like moment of silence crosses before he kind of responds with this very solemn, yes, I understand you crystal clear.
I knew you would. She's going to release your hand. If you wish to identify them, she's going to reach into her pocket and pull out a torn sigil that has clearly been taken from a piece of clothing quite forcefully. And she hands it to you, and on it is a peculiar set of runic tattoos intersposed with a dagger and lasso. And it takes you a second because that lasso sparks something primal, and for a moment, actually, better check, history check for me, real quick.
Please let me roll oil. Is this just a normal history check?
Yeah.
I hate everything. I got a 5.
Okay.
Dice, please! Give me.
There's
give
a
me
flash of
something. Let me have a
gold.
nugget.
But you're not. Lasso and gold, that's all you
Gold.
get. And she hands it over. Now, you didn't get that from me. I told you nothing. Savvy?
Abby. And I kind of give like a somewhat now like more resigned smile, not like kind of a little lackluster, but still trying to be meaningful all the same.
She turns back to the map. They are clever indeed, but we'll find them. Stop. Do you require anything else, Umbra?
No, I think that was more than enough, at least to quench my thirst for now, but I appreciate you sharing it with me nonetheless. And I'll remember that I will owe you for that. Don't you worry.
Good. I'm not one to typically chase up on debts, but I believe in this world, when you promise something, you deliver. Always. Good luck on your trip. Do try not to die, won't you? I'm pretty sure the camp would be devastated if you did.
Oh, well, good to know that I'm being seen as good company here. Doesn't always follow me well, so I'm glad to know I'm at least welcome back here with whatever may happen out there.
Yes, well, you seem to have quite the way about you. You and your little party. I've never seen a Thanos take to anyone the way he takes to you lot. Well, almost everyone. She gets that kind of secretive smile on her face, which is quite the feat for a Warforged.
It's the Warforged ships it! Come on! Even the Warforged can see it! Oh, these people are so... Wow. If the Warforged can see it, then you know that they're tense. Amazing.
Okay. So, given that my throat currently feels like I am talking through glass, and we have been going for almost 3 hours, I might call it here.
That's
with
fine.
the promise of moving forward and spending the remainder of the day, I assume, crafting that green sweater
Yeah.
for Thanos.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to need you to roll for me with your Weaver's tools, but don't tell the chat the result. I want you to tell me that in private.
Oh my god.
For next
yes.
session. Please.
Right. Right. Okay.
This is only going to go well.
I really hope so.
This was amazing. We got
This was a
do shipping
fantastic
wars.
session.
I'm
I
so
got to
glad.
say nice and toasty. I learned some really good important lore shit because I know exactly. I'm just so excited now because I know exactly
Theala
what's
got
sitting down
to-
for me.
Theala
Got to
ran.
make a couple deals. Yes, Theala ran.
I'm
You
still
ran,
shocked over
literally.
that. Honestly.
I'm also very excited because you knew I was good. You knew I was. You know, I can't resist when someone's like, "I'll give you information," and I'm like,
Of course. Of course.
"Give me, I will eat." Yum.
I actually really like
Consume,
Armadillo.
Thank you. I love
really
her.
do.
One day I'll remember her name. One day I'll remember names better.
Okay.
And it's time for me to go have a big nap.
Yes. Me too. I have work in the morning. God help me.
Oh, bless you. Oh, same. Oh, I say same. It's fucking 12 in the afternoon. But I have almost been up for 24 hours, so we'll probably have a nap before anything else.
Oh,
What the fuck, Peachy? I knew you did that before, but still. What the fuck?
donate now to fund Peachy's actually getting some sleep.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. We've got GM Workshop, which we've rated before. Hey, we're in the top 4 D&D channels that are live at the moment.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
My sibling just said it's snowing where they are and sent me a video. I'm like, I look out my window, it's pouring with rain. I'm like,
Oh.
no.
Oh no.
It snowed here yesterday, but I slept through it,
Lucky.
unfortunately.
I only have the rain. Dang it. One day I'll get snow again.
I believe
One day.
Thank you.
Okay. Does anyone have anyone they would like to raid?
Shadow Legends. Sorry.
Nice one. A good
One
got
day we're gonna
nothing.
get sponsored by them. It's gonna be hilarious.
That's gonna be absolutely amazing.
I don't have anyone particular in mind. Unfortunately, I don't watch Twitch very often.
That's okay. PG?
I don't have anyone at the moment.
Okay. It's all good. And Space? You didn't have anyone either?
No, nobody I know is online right now.
Alright. Well, there's...
The unfortunate reality of being in the US. Because it's 4:20 in the morning.
Yo.
Oh god.
Yo!
You guys are so
That's
so like what's the word? Determined? Like Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay.
Determined for what? Determined for what, Sparrow?
to suffer. Determined to
Yeah.
suffer.
I mean, this is not suffering for me.
Okie dokie.
You've seen when I'm online for work. You know my hours.
We're on the homepage. I just went on the homepage. Yeah, we're on the homepage.
We're on the
Let's go.
homepage?
Yo!
Look,
What?
I'll send you the screenshot. I'm just scrolling. I'll put it in shit post. This isn't meant to be a shit post. It's just the one I have open. I'm just scrolling through, like, and we're literally on the.
We're on the
You can
homepage. Oh my
I'll
god.
send you a full screenshot so you can like immortalize it.
That is so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I might
yeah.
actually cry.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Also, Final Fantasy Online is just underneath it, so let's fucking go.
Ew, let's fucking
Yeah.
go. It knows me so well. Holy shit. That is so cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
Okay. Where are my shoutouts? Do I have my shoutouts aren't working. Okay. Well. Thank you guys so much for watching. As you can tell, my voice is almost completely gone. Now, I'm hoping to be live next week, I believe, with the next session, but we will talk about that as that goes, depending on how you guys feel and how I feel, obviously. And then it'll be back to the normal week on, week off kind of thing. You do not have to give your answers now, obviously, I'm not pressuring you. I will be live tomorrow playing Final Fantasy Online, if my voice has returned. If it has not, I will not be live, I will be suffering.
Oh no.
Take care of you.
Here's
Yes.
the plan. Okay. So we're gonna raid Crit and Miss, which is another Dungeons and Dragons channel. We're gonna send them some love. Yeah. That's it. Is there anything else I've forgotten to do? Like, I have to do my outro.
No, I got nothing.
I
Okay.
got nothing.
I will be doing more updates on Instagram as we go. I've really fallen behind, and I'll be updating on YouTube as well, hopefully to get these up before next Thursday. But here's the thing, I cannot upload videos over the day. I can't upload them over the night, so I have like a very specific chunk, and it takes me like an hour and a half to upload anything. So it's messed up my whole schedule. But yeah, I think that's it. Make sure to follow these lovely people. And
Thank you, Sparrow.
Oh.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you.
Thank you, chat.
Yes, thank you for a great one.
it was fun. It was really fun. I'm
was very
really
fun.
glad it went well. I was so worried. Alright, so
Here's the thing. We will make our own fun.
Yes.
yeah, it was great.
We will provide
how it
enrichment
works.
in our enclosure.
Enrichment pumpkin. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you eat food, drink water, take your meds. Do not lick the demon that you summoned to piss off your neighbors, as we all know consent is consexy. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!
Bye.
Bye. I am ready
There
to
we
have
go.
a nap.